And we are live.
And we are back.
I feel like we'd be remiss if we don't let the people know about how the Stooges took down Vegas. I mean,
Correct. We already took down Vegas once,
sure.
and then Vegas saw me coming again, and they knew that
Hide your
second
kids, hide your
time,
wives.
yeah, like this dude ain't playing around. And I, in fact, was not playing. It's always a good start when you're on an all expenses paid trip to Vegas.
Sure.
Already good. You don't have to worry about where you're gonna eat. You don't got to worry about shit. The only thing I had to worry about was getting my own lounge chair at the sports book. Boom. Everything was
There we go.
good. I was just along for the ride. So that's already a good start.
Oh yeah.
Then you go Friday and you're looking, you're trying to lay the bets, and it's like, okay, here we go, parlay in. You wake up Saturday. Parlay's already dead from the first game. You're like, okay, not a good start. The boys gotta figure we gotta fight back here.
Yeah.
Then it's like, do we relay the other three? Good thing we didn't. Good thing I wasn't in a location. Well, actually, I got there and I there was a BetMGM little thing, and I'm like, should I even do it? But I just walked by. I'm like, nah, let's just leave it.
We don't need it at this point.
You don't want to double down on a loss. Sure enough, USC loses. We would have doubled down on a loss.
Yeah.
So good thing we stayed away from that. But so I had my own tickets because I also did an Eagles money line, the USC money line. Just take your teams. That one died.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh my gosh, man, what am I going to do? So we're getting ready to go to dinner Saturday night. We're going to like Yellowtail or something at the Bellagio. So
Elijah,
I'm
good.
like, okay, we're going Bellage. Seems good.
Yeah.
I turn on the Colorado game, they're losing. And I'm looking through, I got my app now. So I'm locked in
Okay,
with
we're
my app.
locked in. We went down to the
So,
lady, got the thing.
so I'm locked in with my app and I had $500. How did I have, or did I already have the 500? I can't remember how it went down.
Just winning so
Um,
much. It just sounds.
no, I went down. I don't know when I got.
Well, no, no. You may have put the 250 down, which gets you another 250 to match.
No, because
Could have been
I
it.
had my own 500 in cash. No,
Okay.
so I took 500 out
Hmm.
of my account, but I already knew that we were gonna get my 1,000. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take 500 of this out,
Sure.
whatever. And it's good when first night you show up and you're playing blackjack with not even your money. So you're just like, yeah, a hit,
Feeling good.
double. So I got scammed a couple times. Everyone thought I was a shit blackjack player. I'm like, I'm playing by the book, and sometimes you just like
Book just
when
smacked you in
there's
the
five
mouth.
other people at the table taking your cards. So thanks, thanks. You guys are doing well. Sounds good. I'm just here for the drink.
Yeah.
So on Saturday I go down.
I hate that.
Girlfriend's getting ready, so I'm like, hey, I'm already ready. So I was like, hey, I'm gonna go down and I'm gonna get my app situated, do the whole thing, blah blah blah. I go down there and I get it done. She's like, "Do you want to like place a bet? The first bet that you make, you get the 250 of bonus bets if you don't cash it." And I'm like, "Well, I had my 500 cash because I was gonna do an Eagles bet. I'm like, I have 500 right now." And she was like, "Oh, okay. Just do you want to deposit that into your account right now?" I'm like, "I guess sure." Instead of like turning around and doing it at the slip or
Yeah,
walking around, I'm like, "Just put it into my account." And she's like, "Because if you bet it on the thing, you'll get
you're
your
250.
bonuses." And I'm like, "Okay, whatever. I'll just do it like that." But I was doing a $500 bet, so only half of it would go. And so then I insta lay $500 on the birds.
Boy, what a pick that was.
Insta lay. Wait, do I? Yeah, I insta put that down. Then go back up.
Sure.
I go back up. I'm trying to think of the timeline on this. Yeah, go back up. TV on. And I'm watching this Colorado game. I'm like, okay, surely they win, right? And that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, Shadur finds a way. He has been known to not find a way. So,
Yeah.
so
No,
I don't know why I'm not sure why I was just feeling something,
yeah.
but so then I loaded up my account with like $100 more. And I was like, okay, before when Baylor had the ball and they needed to stop them to get it back, I almost live bet it on money line on that. and it would have been plus like I would have got, you know, $1,600.
Damn.
But I waited. I'm like, because he's gonna kick the field goal. I'm like, okay, if he makes it, it's dead. I'm like, if he misses it, I'm going to insta bet money line just to do it. Why not?
Sure.
He pushes it right. I'm like, cash now. So it's 100 to win 800 or some shit like that. And I'm like, come on, Shadur. I'm watching and I'm watching, and her dad, her Ablin's dad calls and he's like, "Hey, we're waiting for it, like we're going." I'm like, "Oh shit!" Like, no, I got it on my phone. I'm walking down. I'm walking down to the little pickup area, the little rideshare area,
Yeah.
standing waiting for our thing to show up. Fucking Hail Mary with the 11 seconds left.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Stooge drops it off his chest, and I'm literally like, "There's no like this actually was gonna happen."
Yeah.
He was gonna catch like, they were gonna get the Hail Mary. And then there's 2 seconds left, I'm like, "Are you kidding me, bro? No way he dropped it, like, that's so unlucky." Fucking Shadur launches that shit again. I'm not sure what we're doing, Baylor. I'm really not,
I got so many questions for
but I
Baylor.
ain't mad at it. I ain't never been happier. Fucking throws it. This guy makes the most insane diving catch for a Hail Mary, and I start freaking out, and, like, her, like, family's looking at me, like, "What just happened?" I'm like, fucking live bet this game, and they're like, "What game?" Like, Baylor versus Colorado. They're like, "What is this guy talking about? He live bet." They're like, "What?" I'm like, "I just won $800." They're like, "Are you serious?" I'm like, "Yeah." Well, I'm like, I'm
We're in
going to
for yeah.
because I'm like, dude, they
They'll
get
beat
a
them in
Hail
overtime.
Mary. I'm like, they're winning. You don't get the Hail Mary and lose an OT. There's just
Right.
like that's just the gods are now
On your
on your
side.
side. So then they scored in like 3 plays. Shadur Travis, of course, forces the fumble. I'm like, "Give me that cash." So cash is in, and then I'm like, "Now I got my 500 on the Eagles." That thing was a fucking sweat and a half.
Boy.
Birds cash. Freaking Saquon runs, and then of course, the Saints go down and score. And then big time, I don't know how Dallas Goedert, 3 guys freaking ran into each other, and down the sideline he goes, and I was like, "Oh shit, that's
Ball game.
that was 500 to win 1125."
It's good shit.
So walked out of there with it would have been like 19 something, but I placed a couple more parlays on the late window, and then I had a
Sure.
little like Hail Mary cherry on top one for the
Mm.
Sunday night game. I went Chiefs money line. Um, Travis Kelsey over catches. Travis Kelsey 2 touchdowns.
Oh
He in
god.
fact did not even
I don't
he
think
didn't
he
even
got
get his
a
over on
catch.
catches. He got 4 catches. He needed
Oh,
5
okay.
to get the over on catches, but I also took him to get 2 touchdowns. He didn't get any.
Yeah.
So then I walked out with like 1,600 basically
It's
cashed
good.
out.
It's a good day.
Got the freaking G basically from the other parlay, 26 hundo in 2 weekends in Vegas. Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
And there you go.
It's a good deal right
That
there.
that was it. Yeah, that was money
I
time.
I think I'm learning because I debated when I was texting you what to put in for a parlay. I was like, should I tell him to throw 50 on the Rams to win for me, just a straight ticket? And I was like, nah, they'll lose to the 49ers. I'm always going to put money on my team. Because
Yeah.
if I would have done it, it was like plus 350. I'm at least getting like 400 bucks back.
Well, yeah, the way I was looking at it with the Eagles, right? So let's say the Eagles are like minus. If I were to put $100 on the Eagles to win every game,
Hmm.
sometimes they'll be underdogs. Sometimes, like they were just an underdog here.
Hmm.
Like, how many game? I need to do the math. Would they? I'm sure Vegas has this figured out, and I'm probably sound like a stooge. Like, would they need to win more than? I'm assuming more than what their over under would be for
Yeah,
me to make money on putting $100 on every game. I'm assuming.
maybe.
Like if I put 100 every game, no matter what, they could be the biggest favorite, they could be the biggest underdog. I'm
Yeah.
always putting 100. If they go over, like say they're 13-4, I'm making money on the
Yeah, you're
Eagles.
making money for sure. I think as
And if
long as
they
they would go 9-8, you would win.
that's what I yeah, but if they were more favorite, like if
Well, it
they
depends.
were favored more, then I'm never gonna be making
Right, right, right.
double of the money. So they need to at
Mhm.
least win. Say they're a minus 150, they need to win 2 games for every game they lose. if
Right.
they were only minus 150. They could be minus 300 a game.
Yeah.
They could be plus 150 probably at the worst. So like I don't know. But I was thinking I'm like if I just think that they're going to have a godlike season and I just put 100 every game, would I just like
I mean,
am I
wouldn't
going to
hurt.
make money at the end? Like it might be like I made 150 total,
It
but
could be.
like I
That's
don't
an
know.
interesting idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I'd
Or
love
like
to do
you
the math on that.
yeah, a team like you think yeah, I don't know. Or a team that's always like what if I bet yeah, say in the NFL like I know there's people that do this. Bet every underdog
Hmm.
and then they're up for the season or whatever. Or they do it in March Madness where you
Yeah,
bet the money line on every underdog, and as long as one like 16 seed hits, like I'm pretty sure you're cashing for the whole tournament.
I think that's just the idea. Is like
You just
if
need
you
one to
bet
go
all the
through.
unders, like yeah, all the underdogs are at least like plus 300. Like
Yeah.
it's the same way we got our first parlay was like because I think it was yeah, Boston College was like plus 300. So it's like
Yeah.
okay, they're gonna win. I mean, I should have put the money line. I didn't know they were gonna stomp them. I thought it'd be
Yeah, I mean,
close.
if we would have had them money line also, we would have made a lot of cash. We would have made a
Yeah,
lot of
like that. They were a lot of
cash.
cash, a lot of cash. But yeah, I honestly I'd love to put like a spreadsheet together for that because that shit's pretty interesting to learn. Like, okay, what does it look like? Like I'm thinking about it right now as a Rams fan. I'm like, all right, like the Rams right now are you know underdogs against the Bears. I'm like, okay, well, what does that look like? Like, let's say you put for the rest of the season, the Rams are probably gonna be underdogs. So if I put $100 on them every time, like
Mhm.
Rams money line is plus 135.
Yeah.
So even
And
if
I'm
they
sure
win,
the
just
other
like
one was
bait them.
crazy. Yeah, like
Yeah,
based on last week's game, like what was their line?
I think they were plus 300,
And the freaking betting people are probably going to be like, these guys are freaking idiots.
and we are. We're aware that we're
I'm
idiots.
like, obviously, if you get that line, that's not how it would have worked. Thank
You're
you,
not
Benjamin.
calculating for the moving money line, okay? So as game time
What
hit,
was Rams last game?
yeah, why can't I see it? It just says over because the Niners were favored by 6.5. Now over under was 45.5, which it
Money
or
line
44 and a
was
half, which it did hit,
plus.
went over.
Hello, what was it last game?
I
Only
wonder
have
if I have
the most recent game.
do I have like a screenshot of it? Maybe I might.
Of course, it's being
No, I don't
clear.
think I have it.
I don't know. Say they were plus like 250. Like
Yeah,
you put 100, you win 250. Like that would cover you for the next game.
yeah.
Because even if you lose the next game with your 100, you're still in a profit from the previous game. Now the Rams would have been favorites. No, were they favorites at Arizona or no?
No, I
They
think
could
they
have.
were 3 point underdogs.
Yeah. So the money
Let
line.
me check it
Yeah.
right now. Actually,
Interesting. So, I
they
mean, yeah.
were. Yeah, it's Arizona minus 1.5. Like they were
It'd be
underdogs.
interesting.
I think they honestly that might be the play. Like I think the Rams might be the underdogs for the rest of the season. Though, keep looking at the rest of the schedule. Like
Uh huh.
there's a lot of hot teams are gonna play. So
Yeah, they'll probably be favored at home against the Raiders if I had to guess.
I hope so.
After the bye, I think they would be, depending
Probably
on who's
favored
the.
against the Packers if Jordan Love isn't there. Like,
Yeah, maybe.
let's see,
Yeah, I
what do
could
they have
see
them
it.
right now? Right now they're underdogs at home.
Mm.
Interesting. Okay. Well, that'd be an interesting little project because I might just be fucking hammering Rams money line next time I'm in Vegas. This can't hurt. More you know.
Yeah, clear eyes, full heart, can't lose.
Right. Yeah, so you had your nice little takeover
Hmm.
Vegas part two, and I had a work conference for the past 2 days. Sorry, folks, we didn't get to do an episode for y'all because I was
Yeah.
in LA. When I say I was in LA, I stayed on at Hotel Figueroa, which is on Figueroa Street, of course, and right next to Skid Row.
Yeah.
So, you know, good conference, good to hang out with with my teammates and get to see everybody. Great dinner. I mean, I had a chicken parm, brother.
Oh,
The fucking thing was at least like that big. I mean, the plate was
sure,
just. I need that chicken tested for
sure.
HGH because wow. Obviously,
Would you
kickback maybe.
did you go into the dang what's it called? LA Live?
No,
You didn't venture in there?
no, we went to
Like where crypto is and all that that like little area in there?
so I like walked by it.
Yeah, you didn't go into they got some spots. They got a little Fleming's over there. They got a
We did walk by there. I did go to the
yeah.
Starbucks that was there in the morning.
Okay, there you go. Sure.
So I guess technically I did.
We got a Yard House on the other side.
Sure.
Yeah, they got some
We
stuff
uh
going on.
we ate at the Palm pretty much the entire week, which is good.
Yeah, okay.
Good
Yeah.
spot. Good old fashions. I mean, I might
Okay.
have kicked 3, maybe 4, maybe 5 of them bitches,
Sure.
just absolutely housing them.
Lighten them
And then a
up.
nice little espresso martini too, no
Gotta
Baileys,
do
just
it.
give me the bitterness, get me awake for the rest of the night. Um, so that was fun. I got used to like when I stayed at your place in LA, going to sleep hearing the police sirens the entire
Yep.
night.
Mhm.
And the first night we're there, so everyone in my company was like from out of state. So they're like, "Hey, you're the
Okay.
resident to LA. Like, can you tell us where to go for a tourist attraction?" I was like, "Nowhere." Like, I wouldn't
Yeah.
recommend leaving the hotel room unless you have to. And sure enough, the first night that we're there, we hear sirens going off at 2 in the morning, and I guess some stooge was on the 2 people were on a bus. I guess stooge number 1 shoots stooge number 2, doesn't wanna get caught, so he commandeers the bus,
Yeah.
takes off down the highway. SWAT has to come through spike strips for the bus, get him
Oh,
out.
just another Tuesday, brother.
I'm like
That's just another Tuesday in the war zone.
"Y'all wanted some tourist attraction?" I mean, that's cops at its finest.
Sure.
It was a lot of fun, getting to kind of, when you work remote, you don't get to you see people, but, like, you're just in, like, a little box and such.
Yeah.
So it was good to see everyone in person. Yeah, I'm not mad that I'm not in LA anymore. I was a little worried. I valeted my car, and I was just like, "Please don't bust my windows. Please don't bust my windows." And then I also thought, like, "Please don't piss on my car. Please don't piss on my car." Like, there
Okay,
was
fair.
just a lot of different thoughts. Um, yeah, it was a fun trip. Had a good time with that. And then earlier last week, I can't remember if I said this or not. I don't think I did. Did I talk about the trip I took with my girlfriend down to for that little competition she did?
Mhm.
I don't
Yeah.
think I did. I do it last time?
Oh, on the
Yeah, I don't think I did it on the pod.
uh, I don't know.
Maybe I did. Fuck it, I'm gonna do it again. Okay.
Yeah, just yeah. Give it a
Um,
spin.
yeah. So shout out my girlfriend. She got invited to a architectural firm for this contest to showcase her senior thesis project, which is fucking phenomenal. I mean, that shit built that thing from the ground up. All the
Sure.
bells and whistles, what happiness. Go down there, and so big ass building. Get in there, 32nd floor. Here we go. She's gonna set her thing up. Ladies walking through, introducing everyone. I'm like, hey, can I just work at this table? I gotta do it on my laptop? Yeah, sure. So I'm just typing on my laptop, and she comes around and she's like, okay, I'm giving out numbers to everyone. Like, do you need a number? And I'm like, no. Like I'm not in the competition. I'm just working on my computer. Like I'm just the chauffeur, like
Yeah.
trying to joke about
Just
it.
hanging out here.
And she's like, okay. She's like, well, do you want a number anyways? I'm like, sure. So just slips me this card of like just a little note card that says number 7 on it. I'm like, all right, I'll put it next
Yeah.
to me. Sure, looks great. So she comes around again, and my girlfriend walks over to me. And she's like, "Why do you have a number?" I'm like, "The lady was insistent on giving me one." She's like, "Well, that's for people competing." I'm like, "I am aware."
Yeah.
I told her
I'm
I'm
aware.
not a college student. I'm just stooge trying to work, get my thing
Sure.
done. Said, "Would you like a number?" Anyways, so I'm joking around the fact that I was working on something. And I had like an ad set pulled up. And I had this judge walk by and look at my screen and walk by, and I was like, "That was weird." And then it started to put 2 and 2 together. I'm like, "Oh, they thought that was my project, so they're looking at it."
Yeah.
So I start, the stoogeness starts, kinda compiling, and I'm like, "What if I could
Sure.
just win this competition without doing a thing? Like, is that possible?" And I started kinda concocting the way I could do it, and it wasn't until the lady brought over a sign-up sheet to write down your name next to your number. And she's like, okay, just put your name next to the number. And I'm like, I don't have a project. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not, I'm not here for this. I'm just here to sport. Oh, I didn't even think about that. I'm like, I told you I was not, it's not a student. She's like, I know you did,
Sure.
but like, I just saw you on your laptop, so I figured it was. I'm like, well, you know what they say about assumptions. You know, they make an ass out of you. So that was cool. She ended up winning second place for the competition. Got this sweet ass lamp.
Okay, okay.
So that'll be really cool. So shout out to her. What else did I get into? Just a lot of whiskey. Wish I would have
Sure.
had a cigar. Needed a nice little cigar to pair with. Got told, you know, how young I am at the event, which is,
There
you
you
know,
go.
you're at least good for one of those. Had a nice gabagool sandwich, you know, that was nice. What else did I fucking do? That's it. That's all you need from me.
There you go. There you go. That's
Uh,
all we've ever needed.
Literally. You can see I had to rip the Rams for that comeback win. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah. Good shit, boys.
I
Never see it coming.
if Stafford is him, there he might be.
Good. It was a good one. It was a good performance.
I've never seen a performance shut the group chat up quite like it. It was
Yeah, I was
just
just sitting back at the sports book. I
peace.
didn't say a word. I was just like, I'm gonna let this thing eat on its own.
I saw who else is it in our group that's a Rams fan?
Andrew,
Andrew he was fighting the good fight. He's
he's
doing his
trying his
thing.
best.
And every once in a while I'll kind of try to figure out like if we're gonna have a quarterback debate, I'm like, okay, like what's the basis? Like I know there's trolling, but like are we serious about trying to debate? Are we not?
Yeah.
And so I'm watching Stafford do his thing and I'm like, I mean, I don't even have to say shit. This guy's just fucking taking over and just I mean, he's cooking with Tutu Atwell. And
Oh
then
yeah.
when they flexed out Parkinson like he's Gronk for a one-on-one fade, I said, there's no like there's no way I'm throwing to the 6th round pick that was sitting on the Miami bench for
Oh
game.
yeah.
But that's Stafford.
Yeah, I don't know.
Um,
It's looking weird with these Niners. I'm not really sure what to make of them,
I
to be honest.
now I've always been biased against the Niners because I hate them, which I get. But I've always had this sense, no matter who they've had at quarterback, whether it's Jimmy G, it's been Brock Purdy, it's been Trey Lance for that short time. Like, I don't think they have that killer instinct to be able to put a team away.
Uh-huh.
I don't think they ever have. There's something like wrong. Um, I don't know what they have to do to find it, and I think it really is going to hurt them. I don't think Christian McCaffrey's going to play this year. I think he's
Dang.
out
You
for
think
the whole year.
so, huh?
I mean, you're going to Germany to get you. I mean, as soon as I heard it was not just an Achilles strain, but an Achilles, something different. It was like an Achilles, what's the fucking word for it?
Tear?
No, it wasn't a
Rupture?
tear.
Well, I mean, he didn't rupture his Achilles, but
No, it was
an
something to do with the
Achilles
Achilles nerve.
tendonitis?
Yeah, it was like that. It was something
Yeah.
similar to that. So as soon as I heard that, I'm like, I mean, that's all about pain tolerance and then worrying about like, hey, is my Achilles just about to, you know, kind of.
Yeah.
So I think he's probably done for the year. Now they have a great offensive line, so they can figure some stuff out. But I don't
Yeah,
know. I
Achilles
feel like
and
their team
calf
might
is the
break,
worst because it's so easy to
re-injure.
just flare it up. It's so easy. Like you have to be like you almost have to do double of what your injury time. Like so, say you rest and then you
Yeah.
feel good. You take another however long it took you to rest to feel good. You have to take an extra portion of that. That's how
Oh,
I always felt with me. Like sometimes with my like Achilles or when something was bothering me, like sometimes I had to just take time off.
yeah.
And then when you come back, like a like a lot of the times you'll like say something had been bothering me in like May. Like I had a tendonitis thing and I was like, all right, I'm just gonna thug it out to the end of the season. And I don't do shit for the summer, and then I come back and I'm good and I'm solid. Because sometimes
Yeah.
you just need to like just by sitting on it and doing nothing for 3 months, it just magically heals itself. You just gotta like chill. But
Okay.
the quicker, like if he keeps trying to do the 2 weeks and which is good that they put him on the IR. If he keeps trying to do the 2 weeks and I come back, and 2 weeks and I can come back, you can just keep you're
Reactivating it.
keeping it inflamed the whole time. Like you're not giving it a chance to actually do nothing.
Gotcha.
So you just kind of get into like a cycle of like it it'll heal a little bit, and then you're like, "Ah, it still hurts, and it doesn't hurt as bad, but it's still kinda," then it just, like, you try and go hard, and then it's like, "Oh, I just hurt it again," and you just, like,
Damn.
yeah, so you have to, like, you gotta chill.
So it's looking pretty likely that my prediction will come true. Like he's probably out the year because even if like let's say they put the timetable because he's on IR, okay, it's 4 weeks. Like you said, 4 weeks to get it to a certain point, but you should give it another 4 weeks
Mhm.
after that to get healthy. That's already 8 weeks plus 4 weeks into the season. Like you're at week 12, 13. Like at that point, is it worth? I heard something on Twitter. People were saying, "Oh, they're trying to save him for the playoffs." I'm like, I don't know. I mean, we've seen what it looks like for players who hold out of preseason to get into the regular season. Like it doesn't look great.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we could give a recap of the Thursday night game, but like CD Lamb hasn't looked the best this season since he came back after holding out. Like Ayuk has not looked great since he held out. Like
Yeah, you
you
gotta
need
move around and
reps.
you gotta get some reps in.
So
Yeah,
I just
agreed.
think that I mean that's probably just wishful thinking and trying to as a
Yeah.
Niners fan, make yourself feel better. But I don't think McCaffrey would say, "Yeah, I'll sit 16 weeks and then come back and make a playoff run." Like, I mean, he'll be
Yeah.
fresh, but at that point, like, you're also not in game shape, and so, like, how useful will you be in the playoffs? I don't know, it's a tough one. I'm not saying Christian McCaffrey off the bench isn't good, but you want to give him the best chance. Um, so yeah, that'll be interesting. Should we just go straight into the Thursday recap here?
The Thursday the game.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, "What are we talking about? Thursday recap? What the hell happened today?
Changing
Is it
terms. I'm
Thursday?
throwing
Is it
people
Monday?
off.
Where am I?"
You're in Vegas. You got a stack in front of you. Oh, did you play when you were in Vegas? Did you take a chance to sit down at the slot machine and play Planet Moolah?
No, didn't do any slots. Didn't really
Okay,
get down on the table at all. We were kinda like
respect that.
we got there Friday. We literally took luggage straight to Javier's,
Mm,
Marg's, Modelo's, you name it.
Wade.
Then we go up. Well, no, then we went to the table.
Mhm,
Blackjack wasn't, wasting other people's money. Sounds good to me. Then go up, drop our stuff off, come down. We'll change because we're gonna go to dinner. Did some parlays into the thing. Boom, boom, boom. Dinner. Come back. It's like, all right, I ain't going out. We going like
sure,
good. I'm going to bed. Then Saturday Cabana all day. Another dinner.
love that.
Then Sunday all day sports book. Like
Love that.
I could have made time and done some blackjack, but I was like, I'm good. I'm all right. I don't need
That
to
that's
lose my money.
that's kinda how I felt last time we were there. I was like, "Yeah, blackjack would be fun," but I was looking at what I was making, I was like, I
Well,
don't
the
really
one
wanna
cool one
risk it."
at Fountain Blue, like we were at the separate pool
Mhm.
cabana. Like there's a not the main pool. There's like a side little more private pool,
Oh.
uh, 21 plus only.
Oh, shit.
And so we
Skinny
were
dipping
there.
collab is what
But
it
there's
sounds like.
also there's a they have a casino there at the pool, like outside with a
Oh,
bar.
shit.
Like poolside, you go up, you can play roulette and blackjack right there. Literally come out of the water, take 2 steps, fucking 50 on black. So I was like,
Sure.
dang, okay, that's kind of cool.
You probably looked at that 1,000 stack and you're like, "If I win on black, this right here, this could be monumental." Think of the possibilities.
Sure.
That's pretty sweet. Yeah, I noticed in the picture I was asking Abel and I'm like, "We don't got a big old stack of chicken tenders. I mean, we're not feeding an army here. I mean, what the fuck?"
Facts, facts.
I still am amazed about that. I'm like, I mean, I got the bang for the buck, but at the same time, I was kinda disgusted, like, there's just too many chicken strips. Um, yeah, I think the best part of the game tonight was hearing Al Michaels get so pissed at how many flags there were. Um, I've never seen him get that mad about the officials, and he was just like he's like, "I feel like there's been, like" I think Kirk made a joke in, like, at the end of the first half, there was 20 seconds left,
Mhm.
so we're just gonna knee it out, go to halftime. Refs are throwing flags on 4th and 25 and just all this shit. So instead of taking a knee at the 20, the Giants are taking a knee at the 30. And Kirk was like, "Is that like the 15th flag?" And Al Michaels was out missing a beat. He goes, "That's the 141st flag of the game." Damn, Al.
141st.
All
Yeah,
right,
that
Al.
brother was pissed.
They're pissed. I had it. I mean, both
Uh,
of these teams, honestly, I think it's the Eagles' division to lose after watching this. Like, both of these teams are so undisciplined.
yeah, I think so too. I think
I think the Cowboys will get decent, but they can't run the ball the
we'll
same way.
always have a trolley ass game against the Commanders for sure.
Yeah, Jaden Daniels might cook that
Yeah, Jaden
defense.
Daniels will just run for like 500 yards, and I'm just like, bro, like,
Unfortunately.
really, this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like our chances. Yeah, Eagles are still they're gonna troll.
Of course. Sure. Need to. I mean, I think that this Cowboys defense is so overrated.
Yeah,
I mean, they look
I
like
think we
shit.
saw the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
I'm getting absolutely diced by
I
old Jordan Love.
I thought about it. What would I have won if I'd have just put money line on the Packers last year? Because I knew for a fact when we made our picks, I said Packers are winning that game, no
Mm.
question. Oh, they must have been like plus 350. Fucking walk in there, a little 250 on Jordan
Walking their
Love and
shit
just
on.
woo. Oh, turn to scrap.
Yeah,
Speaking of which, we got to get to that at some
yeah.
point. Good
Ish.
God, talking about making
Squad, squad.
moves.
The
I
squad.
thought we were making budget cuts.
Isn't that the squad? Didn't I say that?
You did.
When there's one sub who I didn't have. Who did I? Because I don't think I had Envoy in.
No, you had
Remember?
Envoy.
I don't know if I did.
We
I
were
don't.
debating if it should be Envoy.
But I did say, I'm like, hey, the only thing you could do if you put Scrap and Ghosty and Hydra, and then I don't know, maybe I said like Gwen or
Oh no,
somebody.
you said keep Joe Deceives.
Keep Joe, yeah.
Yeah, which I could see. Honestly, I don't
But
know. I
like
feel
add
like
a
Envoy
sub,
might
yeah,
be a
like
tough
have,
one.
or no, I think I said this would have been if like Kleenex and Scrap stayed together. I think that's
Ooh,
the team that
damn.
I said that could be a God squad. Have it be Scrap, Ghosty, Hydra, Kleenex, and run it up.
It's a
But
God squad, but I
I
don't know
don't
for
know how
prize
Envoy
picks.
and
Like,
Hydra will work. I'm not
I feel like they're gonna.
100% sure
That's why
how
I felt
that's
like
gonna go.
Joe
But
Deceives
you'd
in that
like to
role would be
think that
better.
Envoy is kind of like a Kismet-y,
Kismety,
and I like a Ghosty and
they're gonna be shooting.
yeah,
They're challenging.
Ghosty and Scrap. Could be a little undisciplined, but
Yeah, but they'll ego chow the fuck out of it.
they're gonna be chowing. They're gonna
I
be
don't know.
chowing.
Like I was thinking for prize picks, like their unders might be free cash because there's just not enough kills to go around the map. So like
Yeah,
Scrap might go off, but Ghosty can't because they're
yeah,
Scrap's just shooting everything that
it's
moves.
true. It's true.
Or the subs might get shit on because in this game, like the Jackal looks fucking unbelievable.
Yeah, and I don't know. Maybe they're both gonna have to figure. Scrap and Ghost are gonna have to figure it out. Really, if they can't both be just fucking flying at people.
One of them has to be like
One of
anchored a
them's
little
got to
bit.
kind of be chilling a little bit.
Well, that's what the Papania is for. Chief it out and
True.
then kind of
True.
chill on the back. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't even need to give this thing anymore. I mean,
Cowboys are shit. Giants are shit.
yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how Daniel Jones 29 for 40 for 281 and we're 59.8 QBR, which lets me know you're not moving the ball down the field like at all. Which
Hmm.
I mean, you could see that watching the game. I mean, they throw like a 5-yard route and then they break a tackle, like they throw a 6-yard route, which it's not bad. It's just like what happened to Jalen Hyatt? I thought he was going to be their great receiver, and I mean Neighbors is great, um, but I don't know.
Yeah.
This team was built from the defensive line forward. They didn't really do much. I mean, I'll give Thibodeau like he was trying to get in, but he wasn't making these tackle for losses. Like they had a chance on 4th down to stop the Cowboys in the first half, get the ball in plus territory, and they let a fullback break 3 tackles and run to the
Hmm.
outside. Like, so I just think they're both shit. But knowing that division, I mean, somebody will just emerge out of nowhere and be like, "Oh, we figured out how to play football."
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and I'm sick and tired of watching Michael Parsons complain every single play. It really is getting
I
old.
just I just hate watching Thursday Night Football. There ain't nothing I hate more.
I get sucked in every single week for it because I'm like, "Oh, it's football," and then I remember I'm like, "Oh, it's Thursday
I'm
night."
so unlocked in for Thursday Night Football. I cannot lie. Oh, drop some shit.
I'll never
Yeah, I
forget.
I
Like,
just don't have it in me. I don't think.
You're not
I know
disciplined
because
enough.
like, nah, because I'm not like, well, at least until like the middle of October, we have like our later practices. Like we end practice at 7, so I'm already like I'm missing half, and
Yeah,
then I load it up, and I'm just like,
it's that.
okay, I'm not missing much, and so maybe I'll catch the end of it. Literally, I turned it on like 3 minutes left in the fourth. I'm like, oh, I'll see how this ends, and it's freaking Daniel Jones just chucking it out of bounds on a fourth down or some shit, or just throwing it incomplete. I'm like, and that's when neighbors died on the sideline. So I was like,
T's
okay.
and P's.
And I was like, well, I'm gonna turn this off now. I'm like, that was fun. Tune in for that.
I mean, I just thought about like what that talent because like the Giants have talent on the outside perimeter and in the running back game, and their O line's pretty good. If they just had a quarterback that could put the ball where it needs to be, like they had so many plays that they were either like Neighbors was wide open in the beginning of the game. He
Mhm.
hits a little stop and go. And because Daniel Jones throws the ball behind him, he only gets like 40, or no, like 32 yards instead of he should have just been gone. Like throw it over top, let him catch it,
Sure.
go. There were a lot of plays like that. And it's just, you feel bad for the players. Like I saw Neighbors run a pivot route against a linebacker and Daniel Jones threw it on his inside hip instead of out in front of him, so he had to come back for the ball. So he gets
Mhm.
tackled for a gain of 3 instead of turning up. It's just like simple things. You're like you're a $50 million quarterback, and we just
Yeah, him being a $50 million quarterback is very very concerning.
I thought
That's
about
all
just
I'll
saying,
say.
"Hey, I'll sign for 5 mil. I won't turn the ball over. I'll put the ball where it needs to go." Like, what do you got to lose? I mean, if that's what 50 million gets you,
Yeah, and
you
then you're
know,
like, yeah, Brock Purdy gets like 900K, and he's
well,
much better than that.
I'll give him that. Brock
Yeah.
Purdy, he's a good quarterback. Um, okay, that was pretty good. I
All right.
think should we start with the results from this week? Let's go college
Do
result.
our pick results.
Yeah, let
See.
me make sure I grab the right one here.
Sure. I
Pretty
see.
balanced weekend.
You
Yeah, of
down?
course.
Shadur!
Fucking
Shadur, Hail Mary to set me
Baylor.
over the top this week.
Baylor. I mean, we
I
had
mean
it.
I mean, we already knew Georgia Tech, sure.
They had a chance. They did. Was it a great chance? Not really, but
Yeah,
I
unfortunate.
believed.
NC State shit. Tennessee never in doubt.
Yeah.
USC let us down. Utah, man, they
Tennessee.
just find a way.
Dude, they got Zach
Those Utes,
Wilson's
man.
brother
Those
slinging
Utes.
that pill.
Yeah. Thank you, Shadur. Thank you, Shadur,
Bro, I couldn't
for
even.
your service.
I watched it. I said, "There's no way." Like I was happy you won your money, but I was like, I
Like
mean, I can't.
no way these shitters just won, basically.
It's it's a last play Hail Mary from the 50. It's pouring rain. I'm like, there's no
There's
way.
no
Like, just
way.
don't let anyone get behind you. And sure enough,
Every
homeboy's sitting
time.
in the corner behind him.
Perfect time, and that's what I call that. Yes, sir.
And the Travis Hunter, I don't know if it was like a great play to knock the ball loose,
I mean, he didn't mean
but
to
at the
do it,
same
but
time, yeah, like
he definitely
I
didn't
don't
mean to do it.
understand how it happened.
Yeah, he just got so underneath him that I guess his shoulder just like
Boop.
just yeah, popped it right out. They're gonna get Kentucky Fried Piss Land by UCF this weekend though, so
Oh yeah,
um
KJ Jefferson
yeah,
hit
and
the
then they're
over.
gonna play Kansas State, they'll lose to them, and then they go to Tucson, they'll lose to them. So
0-3 in the next stretch.
yeah,
Good.
this thing will end pretty quick. They'll be 3-4 going to Cincy, basically must win to make a bowl
Holiday
game.
Bowl. Mm.
To maybe go 6-6 because they still got to go at Texas Tech. They got to play Utah. They got to play Oklahoma State. Yeah, so this was absolutely massive. I mean, it was a massive win, I guess, for making a bowl game, but just crazy. Remember when they were ranked like super high at the beginning of last
Dude.
year? That was such a fun. That was like a such a crazy time.
And everyone was like, I mean, are they going to go up and shock Oregon? Are they going to beat them in Odson? And they
They
just
got
got piss slammed.
they got slammed so bad. Boy, Shadur did not stand a chance back there.
Bro, he still refuses to step up in the pocket. I don't know if he's got PTSD or what. He's been slinging the pill, though. I didn't even realize he's thrown for over
Oh no,
1,000 yards. Like,
yeah, because they can't run the football.
yeah, I don't understand how that
They
works either.
literally cannot run the ball at all.
That's insane to be 3-1 and you can't run the ball.
their leading rusher on the team has 87 yards. So there you go.
Come
He
on,
played
boys.
4 games, got 87 yards.
It's not good.
It's
It's
not
not
good
good at
at
all.
all.
KJ Jefferson. I don't know if you played with UCF in NCAA. KJ Jefferson is a very long fucking release.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, had another 3-game series against Jordan. Had to have a little
Okay.
something before
Yep.
we left. I found a new glitch in the game that apparently only happens to my guys. They got this thing where you'll throw a wide open route to them, and when I say they don't catch it, it looks like the code just breaks, and the
Oh,
guy will go like this, and the ball just hits right, like,
I haven't
onto the
gotten that
ground
one
for the
yet.
next play.
Okay.
Happened a couple times. Um, I got trolled with I was Penn State against Michigan in the Big House. Um, that Michigan cover buff is absolutely insane.
Okay.
I mean,
You're
you
not getting
can't
much
script
going.
it.
Yeah.
You're not getting much going. And then I also noticed, I don't know why it's going on in this game. Again, it was just after this update, so I must be something new going on.
Mhm.
My guys are just fucking running into each other trying to tackle someone down the
Sure.
sidelines. Just a bunch of morons just going. I'm like, can we just
Yeah.
take an
Can we
angle?
figure it out, please?
But I did pull off the upset against UCF. I had to do it with the Iowa Hawkeyes. And I think I threw for over 400 yards. Cade McNamara, like,
Oh,
it's
that's never
possible.
happened before.
It's never going to happen again because it was the
No.
hardest task of my life. But we did that. Always a good time playing the game, but I don't understand why, like, you can't really play defense. You just have to, like, anytime your guy catches a ball, you just want to fall on the ground because if you get hit, the ball's coming out. So, like, I don't understand that.
Mhm.
Like, you could have the biggest tight end and try to truck somebody, and if you get hit stick, like, the ball's out.
Yeah.
So that
You're
needs to
done
be
for.
fixed a little bit. Like, that's a little odd. Always a good time though. But yeah, they'll get pissed slammed by KJ Jefferson, so that'd be fun.
Yeah.
AKA Cam Newton 2.0.
There you
Shit.
go.
Okay, that'll be fun. Yeah, USC.
It's a tough
I
one.
mean, yeah, we kind of knew in the beginning of the season, we're like, hey, there's a chance USC loses in the Big House. Like,
Yeah.
so that was could have happened. We'll find out here later. I mean, it's kind of amazing that Michigan ran the ball 41 times and they did not get one holding call. So that's pretty astounding.
Yeah, they're just the
Nonetheless,
best.
USC should have won. They had the game in
They
front
had
of
it.
them.
Had it. Bad start to the game. Don't throw a pick
Yeah,
six, you win.
yeah. I'm not even sure. I got to rewatch that part and be like, what are you looking at? Like, I think that was the one play from Miller Moss, like a game where it's like, oh, like we can't do that.
Yeah.
But I mean, hey, you just got to move onward and upward.
Yeah.
Good news is with a 12-team playoff, still
Yeah,
got
you're
everything in front of
still
you.
right where you need to be.
Just can't troll against Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And for God's sakes, if you lose to Minnesota, I will cry.
Yeah, that's yeah. Should be smooth sailing next 2 weeks.
Who do
And
we
gotta
got
play Penn
after?
State.
Okay.
Wisconsin, Minnesota, then Penn State. That'll be a game.
Yeah,
That'll be a
that'd be
good
a good
game.
one. Be a good game in the Coliseum. I heard that one's the third sold out game of the year
Mhm.
already for
Yeah.
UFC, so it's pretty good to see.
Fans getting
Uh,
back in there.
yeah.
Loving that shit.
Um, yeah, and then Tennessee, Oklahoma. I mean, that was the freest cash of all time. Oklahoma might have has a great defense. They have one of the worst offenses I've ever seen. Like, I don't know if because Caleb Williams went there and would chew on his mouthpiece, this other son of a bitch decided he was going to do it. The guy's ass. He got the ball at the Tennessee 5-yard line,
Yeah.
runs the ball once and fumbles. I'm like, how are how are you doing that? Um, Nico might. I'd like to know how fast. I don't know if you saw the post route he threw
Mhm.
off an RPO fake.
I didn't watch much of the game, to be fair.
He threw a fucking piss missile
Ah,
over the middle. I mean, it was humming across the field.
okay.
Like to know how fast it was. Yeah, Tennessee's a fucking wagon. I mean,
Yeah.
they're good. They're going
They're
to
good
be a
as
great
shit.
team this year. Clemson, NC State's ass.
NC State's ass Clemson beat the piss out of them.
Sure, got to think
I was looking at that
somehow.
line and it was like, Clemson's
It's a 28 and a half,
21
I
or
think.
yeah, 22 and a half or something. I'm like, dang, really?
I thought about
In
taking the
NC,
under. I'm glad I didn't.
hey, there was a reason why they were favored. Goodness me.
Yeah, I was not expecting something like that. I kind of had a high hopes when I heard that the NC State got the Coastal Carolina quarterback transfer in because he was pretty
Hmm.
good when he was there. For some reason, it just has not clicked over there. So T's and P's of those boys. Utah, Oklahoma State. We just kind of knew the Utes would find a way to win.
Hmm.
It. I fear Ollie Gordon has forgotten how to run the football. I don't know if that DUI got him or something
Yeah, I'm not sure
because
what they got going on over there.
we got 11 carries for 42 yards. Coach, I'm gonna need more than 11 carries from my
Yeah,
superstar, please and
please.
thank you.
Pretty please.
And if we're gonna do 11 carries, I need at least like 8 or 9 targets.
Yeah.
I got 3. So I don't know what the hell
Just
the game plan was, but
it wasn't the one.
no. And then we're letting Isaac Wilson, Sir Isaac Wilson from Zach Wilson's younger brother, sling the pill for 207. I mean, Jesus, you outplayed your fucking Alan Bowman, who I think is like 39 or something. Was he 32? He an old ass man.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just not a good showing from Oklahoma State. Still a close game, but the Utah Utes were too much. You know, Whittingham knows how to win close games. Georgia Tech almost had the upset.
Yeah. For a
Almost.
second there. How much did they lose by in the end?
31 minus 19 is that 12? I think it's 12.
Yeah, 12. I think they were
I mean, Haynes Canes or Haynes
LSU
Canes.
was or Louisville was favored by how much? 8.5. Yeah, so
I covered.
it just about covered. I would have leaned at the Georgia Tech side here. It was kind of back and forth for a while, and then blocked kick return for a touchdown. GG go next.
Yeah,
Kind of that's a tough way to go out.
that one really
An
put the nail in the
extremely tough way to
coffin.
go out, honestly.
I'm just amazed. We need to take a second to realize that Georgia Tech threw the ball for 312 yards. I don't think it's ever happened in Georgia Tech
I
history.
know. It's a beautiful sight.
And I think people forget that they used to have Megatron and they still ran the triple option. Like they just didn't.
I didn't give a shit.
They didn't give a shit. Um,
I
but yeah,
promise this Louisville team stinks.
yeah,
I just believe in my soul that they stink.
you're hating on them. I respect it.
I'm gonna keep
And
hating.
then we've already talked about Baylor, Colorado. I don't need to relive
Yep.
that. Yeah, you edged me out by one this week. It was pretty close.
Yep.
We both were smelling some upsets. We both were smelling, hey, Georgia Tech could have the upset here.
Yeah.
Baylor, I mean, Baylor had the upset until they just didn't.
So they
So
choked.
gotta close those out. Get the lead. Get Shindog. Gotta close the game out.
Shindog.
Shindog. All right, move on to
There we
the
go.
NFL picks
NFL.
here. Um,
Oh, I hear you.
so I'm not 100% sure if I actually trolled when I posted the graphics, but there's a chance that I threw the Falcons up there and that was a blue background and there was no logo. So if I did that, hey, that's
Hey,
on me.
we weren't picking them anyway.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah. So it was.
Yeah, I mean, you could try. They're not gonna get much. Well,
Okay,
actually,
okay.
no, they know about the winning, so it might be a problem. Well,
Yeah,
those are all
it's
alleged.
true.
Okay, didn't happen.
Yeah, didn't actually happen. Didn't
We threw it
happen.
all on black, didn't hit.
Never
Whoops,
been there.
never did it.
Never happened, I promise.
Never did. Yeah, Chiefs Falcons. I mean, the Chiefs. We're gonna see. There's a little thing in Twitter talking about the fact that I believe they said that the Chiefs have won. Was it 19 games by 7 points or less in the past like 2 years?
Really?
It You got to think there's a lot of calls that have gone their way to get those late. Like
Yeah.
NFL, it's okay to let teams play. Like it wouldn't be the end of the world. Think about narrative wise. The Chiefs lose to the Falcons, so now Kirk Cousins and the Falcons are 2-1. The Chiefs are 2-1.
Hmm.
The narrative is Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. Are they still the Chiefs? Are the Falcons the next up and coming? Like
Sure. Whole lot
it's
of
not
things to think
that
about.
bad. Now, I'm sure there's some Swifties that would say absolutely not, but I could give a damn less. I'm just
Yeah.
I want to see some football. I mean, if there's
Yeah.
pass interference, let's call it.
Sure.
So, but hey, Chiefs are the Chiefs. They're still winning. doing whatever they need to do. Texans Vikings. So this was an interesting pick. So I wanted to ride the Vikings, but I thought one of two things was going to happen. Either the Texans face a real team, and we're about to find out how happy Stephon Diggs is with just playing his role. Or now that they got piss slammed, is he going to go in the locker room and be like, hey, I need to get
Maybe.
the ball. Okay. You need to give me
He
the
still
rock.
got his though, I think.
Did he?
Well, I know he did fantasy-wise. I guess that doesn't mean. Yeah, I mean he had 10 catches, 94 yards. So but maybe that's why they got pissed
So I
on him.
was going to say 34-7 would
Maybe
be
Nico
even
Collins only
cooler.
4 catches. He did
Yeah.
have 10 targets though, so I don't know.
Hey,
I
Bobby
just
Trick
think, hey, the
for a team.
Vikings, these boys ain't bad. That's
They're
all Imma
good.
say.
And I feel
Boys
like we
can
were saying
play.
it the whole time that Sam Darnold, he's not a bad quarterback.
He's
Everywhere
not
he's gone
bad.
besides the Jets, they've loved him.
Yeah.
Like he's good. If you give him Justin Jefferson and a great running core and like a great defense around him, he
Mhm.
will be good.
Mhm.
Um, so I don't think these guys are flukes. I think they're a really good football team. Um, it's kind of crazy how Aaron Jones has actually been like the perfect running back for them. Like everyone thought he was washed because he left
Yeah.
Green Bay. I'm like, I think he's doing pretty good. Um, I'm just looking. I mean, it brings up PTSD when I'm looking at your top rushers, Cam Akers, 9 for 21. I'm like, yep, sounds about right.
Yeah.
I'll probably look down and see a couple fumbles. No fumbles this time. Out of baby Cam.
Good stuff. Just
Nice
traded
one.
for him.
Yeah, I gotta ask. So logic into this. So I'm just you trade a solid flex player. I get you're selling high. I get that for Thielen, who just went on IR,
Mhm.
and Cam Akers.
Yeah, I have no running back for this week.
Okay. Well, you're in a tough spot if you're relying on Cam Akers. I mean,
Well, and basically,
that's a tough
here's
spot.
the logic.
Hmm.
He doesn't the receiver, I have a bunch of receivers.
Okay. So
I
you're
got Lockett that can play. I got a couple options, right? Don't
gotcha.
I got Wandale Robinson off of waivers anyway.
Hmm.
He has Neighbors. Neighbors are gonna be out next week.
So we make a
He has Acres. What's his face is gonna be out this week. Frickin' Mixon.
hmm
I I'll t- maybe there's 2 to 3 weeks where Wando Robinson starts for me.
right.
But what happens if Mixon rolls his ankle again a week from now and he's out for 3 more weeks and I got fucking Zeke? So that was my logic. And then I'm like, well, he's getting a better player. So I was like, okay, what can I do? He was like, do you want another run? He has like a couple shitter running backs. Like, I'm like, nah, I'll take freaking Thielen, chuck him on my IR. If I have
Gotcha.
another guy that goes down, because I already have Marshawn Lloyd on my IR, if
Yeah, that was a weird one.
he's never gonna play, it seems like. I just took him
Yeah,
last
I
pick just to
I thought he was gonna be a good player. I don't know
I
why the
thought he
hell he's
was
on
too.
IR.
So
Like, what
so I'm
happened
like,
to
all
that
right, I'll
guy?
just keep his ass on IR. Say someone else on my team goes to IR, I'll just take him off the IR. And Thielen, you never know, comes back, old man, maybe freaking the red rifle still slinging that shit, and
Could be slinging the
he's
pill.
hitting. So basically, I just did it because I needed a running back for this week because I
Gotcha.
mean I would have started Zeke, and Zeke got 2 points, I think, so it wouldn't have been a good look. So it was
Gotcha.
kind of both of us looking to
Make
get
a
a
move,
guy
kind of
to
move.
fill in for our week where our guy's going to be hurt. So
Okay.
that
Because
was
I
the
thought
thought.
I thought it was a situation where you were trying to sell high, and I'm like, he didn't ask for a draft pick. He didn't
No, I
really
didn't
get like
get
a
it. No,
crazy
no, it
player.
was
Okay.
no
Okay. That
because
makes more
it's not
sense.
like I would have been like, what's the point of selling him for like a freaking ninth round pick? Like, who gives a shit? I'll just draft that guy in the ninth round next year anyway. So
Point.
might as well just keep him.
Um, I wish you the best of luck with Cam Akers, but if you're putting your hopes in Cam Akers, it's a tough
No,
one.
I'm not, but I was just hoping he'd get more than the 2 points that Zeke would have gotten me.
I'd like to think he gets you three at
I'd
least.
like to think he could get me a couple points. Like in this game,
Was he playing against a Jaguars defense? Well, pretty
yeah,
difficult.
so
Well, he
could
got
be all
torched in the
right.
air.
Like he had
They got torched on the
so
ground too.
2.1 points for the rushing yards. Then he had a catch, so that's 3.1. For 8 yards, that's 3.9. with a touchdown. That's 9.9 points. I'll take that.
Yeah, that's a
Give me
solid
that,
week.
Akers.
Solid week.
Please.
I got PTSD from Akers, man. You know my past with that
Just
guy.
so I
It
could go to
is.
3-1. I got to beat Shitterat Jake.
I'm debating. I might make an interesting play on my flex position.
Really?
I might have to sit old Shaheed
Put him down.
and well, he's playing against the Falcons this week, and I know the secondary is really good. So I'm like, okay,
Very
the
good.
chance of him getting a deep touchdown, not great.
Yeah.
I might throw Cole Kmet in at my flex because I think he's gonna eat against the Rams secondary.
Okay. All right.
So
That's some intel right there.
yeah, the bigger problem for me is I have both of the Buccaneers running backs, which is great, but their head coach just came out, Todd Bowles, and said, "Yeah, we're gonna give Bucky some more touches, but now Bucky is questionable." So I'm like, okay, so I still got to start Rashad White, but his
Yeah.
carries are gonna go down.
How's that work? Yeah.
Like, you're saying it right. I don't
Not
like
right
it.
at all.
But I mean, as long as I should have won last week if I just get a little contribution from my big boys as far as like Mike Evans, if he just gives me a little something. And
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think James Conner will give me more than 3.2 points. So I should be looking pretty good this week. But you never know in fantasy.
Yeah.
Brandon Aubrey,
Gotta
I
play
thought
the
was gonna
game.
put me in
There
he
you
had a
go.
chance to kick if he had a chance to kick a 62-yarder, I was like, I might be good because that I think is like 15 points or some shit like
Yeah.
that.
It
And
would have been
it's
dagger time.
yeah, I feel like it's already like that, huh? So yeah, so we had the Chiefs, you had the Vikings, you were riding that one. That was a good call.
Mm-hmm.
Good pull, good pull. You were riding the
And then we
skull.
yeah. Then we were all even across the board everywhere else.
Yeah. Yeah, we both felt the Cardinals. We were riding the high wave and be like, hey, they could win. They should have won actually. Um, they were cooking pretty early, and then realized they weren't playing the Rams defense that was hurt.
Yeah.
That just kind
Oh,
of
so that means wait. That means I have 4 and you have 3.
1, 2,
Cause I only
3,
got the
4.
Cardinals wrong.
1, 2,
Oh no, there's 6 picks. I'm
4,
fucking
5,
trolling.
6.
I'm
I
drunk.
I was gonna tell you you're right.
No.
I'm like, let me just
No.
count.
No, there's 6 picks.
There's 6 picks. You got 5 of them
So
right.
I got only the Cardinals wrong. Correct. Okay, yeah. I'm
Sure.
just so used to there being 5. I'm like, oh shit, 5
Yeah.
out of 5, but I got the Cardinals wrong.
I mean, I'm notorious for counting wrong.
No, yeah, that's
I'll be
that's fair.
honest about it.
That's fair.
Um, yeah, I mean, Cardinals, didn't win their game that I thought they would. Um, Steelers win a tough one against the Chargers. I mean, the Steelers might have the ugliest offense I've ever seen. Like it
Yeah, they
really
get
is
it
tough
done
to
though
watch.
somehow.
It works, but it's just like how sustainable is it?
I mean, they got the best defense in the league, I think.
I fear they do.
I think that's safe to say.
Yeah, they got
They
a
got the
great
best
defense.
defensive player in the league, I'd say.
If TJ Watt doesn't win Defensive Player of the Year this year, it's
Yeah,
just
then
like, what are we doing?
I'm not sure what we're gonna do anymore.
TJ Watt,
Got nothing. I
boy.
got nothing if he doesn't. I don't
And
want to
then we
be
both wrote the
involved.
Birds. Yeah, I don't think
Birds made it
anything.
happen. Thank you, Birds. Shitters.
I
But
loved seeing finally because I was curious if like the NFL still runs mesh routes. Because like when I watched the Bears Colts games, I'm like, hey, instead of having Caleb try to throw and paint the sidelines when the corners are outside release, maybe and the man to man look, maybe we just run like a nice little,
they just run them
just give him
across.
like DJ Moore across the middle or like Komet, and then in the second half, Komet just was feasting in the middle. Like it's almost like they didn't think you're throwing in the middle of the field because you haven't the entire game.
Mm-hmm.
The Bears offensive coordinator is pissing me off. I'll tell you that because they got some talent. Their offensive line is shit. But if you know your offensive line is shit, you should always have a hot route ready. And I don't think they do.
No.
And it's very annoying. But and Anthony Richardson looks like he'll be a good fantasy quarterback for running, but him throwing the football is
Yeah, it's
just
hit or miss. He'll air it out though.
he'll hair that bitch out. Um, Speaking of how close it was in my fantasy league, I actually was gonna have the pickup of the week with Shaheed because he had a 40-yard touchdown in his
Mm-hmm.
hands. Like it was there.
It was there.
I don't even know. I still don't know how he dropped it. I would watch the replay 4 times. It hit him perfectly.
Because deep down he's shit. Deep down.
At least I can look myself in the eye and be like, I didn't spend $51 on Isaiah Likely after week 1. That's a win in my book.
Yeah.
Spent like 25 on Shaheed. Thank you, Shaheed.
Appreciate you, Shahid.
Thank you, Shaheed. Need you this week, Shaheed. Probably won't happen this week.
No.
Um, All right. Move on to. Do we want to go into the top tens before we do Stooge of the Week, or do we want to do Stooge of the Week in the top 10?
Let's top 10. Let's top 10.
Top 10. Sure. Let's do college top 10. Um,
Oh,
so high horsing season is over right
over.
now. The horse has been put
I'm
back in the
back.
stable. The lads are back putting together our combined list. What we do is we each make a top 10. We
Mhm.
average it out. Whatever the average of the top 10 is, that's what we get. So, um, and then if we've had a couple cases where we'll have a couple teams that will be like, at the 8 spot. That's when we do the old, hey, heads or
Flip
tails,
coin.
flip a coin. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, unless there's like an easy way to separate them, like, oh
Like
no, they actually beat them.
yeah,
Like, oh, okay, so there we
never
go.
mind. Put them
Problem
up there.
solved. But yeah, I feel like we were probably pretty similar on vibe
Yeah.
for this.
Yeah.
When
I
I
mean,
initially did it, I had Alabama ahead of Miami, and then I looked at it again. I'm like,
mm,
why? Like, why? Like, if I'm just looking at the games that have been played, why would I?
yeah.
And I had no reason why. So I was like, okay, let me go Miami. They have a common opponent. Bama was freaking like tied with them going into the fourth. Miami beat the piss out of them. Let's go with
Miami.
Miami.
Cam Ward's literally telling them we're running the A gap right here. Like,
Yeah. So
right here.
I like this Miami squad. They'll probably troll by the end of the year for sure, like they
I
always
think they
do.
will. They will. I mean, they got a
Yeah.
35-year-old tight end, so I gotta hope that
Yeah.
at some point he can learn.
I had
Um,
Penn State a little higher. You have
yeah, I did see that.
Missouri a little higher. I just think Missouri, you can't go double OT against Vandy.
That's a good point. I thought the same thing, but I had to give them a nod because they did beat a really good Boston College
They
team.
did.
So
So,
I'm like, okay,
and then
you
when I
know,
watch Penn State, they have the Bowling Green game wasn't good, but then they went into Morgantown, beat the piss out of West Virginia. So then I'm like, all right,
West
we're all
Virginia
in.
shit, unfortunately.
Yeah, but first game of the
Tough place to
year, they
play.
always think they're good. It'll be at least tough game one.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it was tough for like 4 minutes, and then the game was over. So,
And then they aired that bitch out and said, "Oh,
yeah,
okay." No, I agree with you. I mean, we're in a consensus for pretty much top 5.
yeah,
I kind of gave Georgia a nod just because they did go to a tough Kentucky. I don't think
yeah,
Ohio State's played anyone yet, so I'm like, I mean, even though they are really good, I'm like, you haven't. I mean,
yeah.
Marshall's not impressing me.
No,
Um, so, and I kind of gave Georgia the nod too because they're going to play against Bama this week, so kind of give that
yeah,
a little more edge to it. Ole Miss, they're a solid squad. I mean, they're just handling their business. Again, haven't played anyone yet, but when you get shit opponents, you have to handle them. And if you're
yeah.
not going
Beat
to
the piss
handle
out
them,
of them.
then I got a problem. Utah wins a tight contested game in Stillwater.
Yeah,
Tough
tough.
barn to play in.
Yeah,
Um, Missouri, yeah, tough look against Vandy, but like I said, got the quality win. So I actually think that Boston College team could be in the running for winning the ACC. I don't know if that's saying much, but it could. Um, and then Oregon, I mean, they got the nod over Penn State with the votes, but they're on thin ice.
yeah. They're
So I need to see something from them,
quickly.
please, because I was high on this team. I'm like, they got the
Yeah,
talent, they
when's their
got the
like
veteran
first?
quarterback.
See when their first like game is.
I'll tell you, it's not this week. They're playing against UCLA.
All right, they'll play Ohio State on the 12th. There
Okay,
you go.
there we
And
go.
we'll see. They
Even like
play
Michigan
UCLA and
State,
they play Michigan.
like
Michigan
Michigan
State's
State, I
on.
could say like, okay, at least we're getting into conference play. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not gonna say at UCLA is gonna be a tough game for them. I expect them to win by like 50. Like, if they don't win by at least 21, I'm questioning this team
Yeah, they
because
should slam these idiots.
gotta. But I can't wait for that game on October 12th, man. Um, so yeah, we're both. Hey, Oregon, we're watching you. Okay, you made it this week. Don't fuck up.
Yeah.
You'll get
Good
yanked right
luck.
out of there. Honorable mention, like we said, Penn State, Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State loses a close game to Utah. I mean, if you lose to the number 8 team in the country, I can't just say, "Oh, you're shit." It's
Yeah.
not how it works. And even though I want in my heart of hearts to put USC up there because I am a USC homer, they did lose to Michigan, so I got to give Michigan the nod.
Yeah, can't put them over them. Just how the world works, really.
I do think you would have liked. I don't know if you saw the rankings this week for the AP coaches poll,
Mhm.
but they actually did it right for once. They put Michigan ahead of USC and USC ahead of LSU.
There you go.
Head to head means something.
Okay, boys, we're getting
It's good
somewhere.
stuff. Now, having Notre Dame ahead of Clemson, I don't really understand
Now,
this
if you
one
want to
from
go to the
someone in the country.
AFCA coaches poll,
Oh,
this one
I
ain't
didn't even
good.
look at that,
This one
man.
ain't good, brother. They got Michigan at 12. They got LSU at 13. They got USC at 16.
We got Notre Dame at 14, and they
You got
lost
Notre
to
Dame
NIU.
at home. USC loses on the road to Michigan. Nope. Nope. You're below. You guys are actually below that. Sure.
Oklahoma loses to number 6 Tennessee, and they drop 5 spots. Sure, that's
So,
tough.
thanks, coaches, for your insight. Real
Yeah,
real elite insight there.
Yeah, I got UNLV at 23. Who have they played? No one. Okay, good. Good to know. Yeah, you know what? Maybe I was selectively just looking at the AP. I'm like, AP looks good. If I look at the coaches poll, gonna grind my gears. That might need to tweet them. Hey,
Yeah.
the hell are we doing? Okay, because this right here is horse shit. This is not gonna fly
No.
for me. So I think our top 10 is pretty valid. You guys can let us know in the comments. I think we're getting a pretty good beat on it. Like
Yeah.
we're up there with
Pretty
what's
easy
going
right
down.
now.
Yeah,
It's
it
good that
gets
this year, though, a
tougher in
lot of
October.
teams are playing each other, so you can kind of
You can get the
it'd
head to
be
head.
easy to like, Alabama goes and beats Georgia. Bama's going up, like they're
Yeah,
going up ahead. I'll put them I don't know if they'll go to 1, but
they'll get up there.
if unless Texas looks bad, but they can go as high as 2 for sure.
I don't know. I would
I
have
think they
a, but I think even if we did
depends
do
how they
that,
do. Like if they beat the piss out of Georgia, they
oh yeah,
beat
at that
Georgia by
point they
like
would go.
17 points.
Yeah, they'll go to number 2.
Yeah, they're going up. If not, then I think they go as high as 3.
Well, the best part of it is they're going to play Tennessee, so we would get to see the
Correct.
head to head and be like, well, turns out they are better. Let's put them up.
There you
Um,
go.
I would love to
Who
see
would
a
have
world
thought?
where
Who would have known
Tennessee
that
runs through.
games can, figure it all out?
Man, not
Crazy
us.
concept, huh?
Say that.
Crazy concept.
All right, let's move on to the NFL top 10. Again, combined list. You were the first to be on it, but I'm on the Bills train. Okay, I'm on
You're
Bills
you're
train.
you're in now.
I
Took you a couple
mean,
weeks. It's all right.
so
Welcome.
I do have to say thank you. I feel very welcome. Josh Allen sent me a nice little note yesterday.
Yeah.
Um, I do think that the reporters, and I blame Dan Orlovsky mostly, because when they talk about the offseason, additions, they didn't talk about the main piece that was added. And that's one of the best safeties in the league right now. That's DeMar fucking Hamlin.
There you
Okay.
go.
I don't know. Maybe the Bills knew deep down, hey, this guy is going to be a fucking all pro safety. Okay. We just got to give him time. Maybe he's just playing against a shitty quarterback, unfortunately, which,
Could be.
again, I still think I'll get to a point, but I think if you put him in a better system, I think he's still better raw talent, but he's not looking good.
Not
So he's
looking
not
great right
helping
now.
me. You know, Trevor, if you're seeing this, I'm getting cooked in my group chat because of you. So if
Yeah.
we could just get
Lock in a little
together,
bit.
I'd be eternally grateful. Uh, but yeah, I mean, DeMar Hamlin, I didn't know he was going to be that type of player. I mean, he did take out Tua, and now he's taking out the Jaguars. And maybe he is the real Grim Reaper, huh? Um, but looking at that offense, I mean, it's flowing. Like Allen's getting rid of the ball where it needs to go on time, getting people in space. Like there's no okay, I got to throw it to this guy like 10 times today. No matter what the coverage is, I just got to get him the rock. And I think that's a very powerful thing. It's reminding me of the Texans offense from last year where everyone's like the ball's just going where it's supposed to go. And I think it's good.
Yeah. I think it helps. I mean, Josh Allen is good.
Yeah.
Just as simple as that, man. Like when you just have one of those guys at QB
He'll run it.
that can
He'll
run
figure it
the
out.
rock, he can just figure it out himself. I think they got the running game down,
Cook
which
is
helps a lot. Cook is
dog.
cooking.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm all in
On the
on
Bills.
this Bill squad. I think they'll still come up short.
Yeah, unfortunately.
They'll lose to the Chiefs.
Yep.
Just how it goes.
Yeah, that's
Um,
just that's why we love it.
that's life. But yeah, I think as of right now, out of all the teams I've watched, them and the Vikings have looked the part.
Yeah.
The Chiefs are still solid, so it's hard to, like, really give the Vikings that much of a
Yeah.
real edge, especially because the teams that they've beaten are kinda floundering a little. I mean, I guess the Texans aren't, they were undefeated, but, like, it's not like they beat the greatest show on turf. They
Yeah, they
beat the
beat every
Bears and they beat,
the Bears.
AR, so nothing crazy, but, yeah, I mean, I think, I didn't really know what to do with the Steelers. I didn't know where to, like,
Yeah.
go. Do I go Steelers above Eagles and Saints? Do I do Eagles and Saints below the Steelers, but then the Lions above this? I was like, I didn't know what to do from like 4 down
Yeah, it
realistically,
was a tough week.
because there were some one-loss teams who lost to good teams, were
Mhm.
probably better than, like, the Seahawks who beat the Broncos, the Patriots, and the quarterbackless Dolphins. So, like, I don't know what to do with that.
The Ashton Dolphins.
But they are undefeated, and then there's the Packers who look really good with their backup, so you gotta give them that, and then I
Yeah.
think I still this would have been my last ranking with the Bucks over the Lions because they beat them. I still would have kept them for just
Okay.
this week only to give them
Yeah.
one more shot at it. Like, okay, if you lose to the Eagles, you're done,
Yeah.
but
That's a good point.
it
I
was it
didn't
was
think about it
such
that
like
way.
a
That loss was so bad. It was
yeah, it
just
was
like,
such like a the Lions are clearly the better team.
yeah.
But they still lost, so, like, sometimes I don't even know what to do with freaking losses like that. Do you honor head to head? Do you just say, "Well, I mean, these guys are kinda shitters," like,
I
you
mean,
just hope it
Bo
sorts
Nix
itself out
cook.
throughout the year.
Yeah. I think for me, so we had the Eagles and the Steelers got tied at I think 4.5. So we did, flip a
Mhm.
coin. Eagles won the coin flip, so they got the nod. I was kind of leaning more towards Eagles because for me, like we said, the Steelers have the best defense in the NFL. That offense is not consistent enough. Like I trust the Eagles offense more than I do the Steelers offense.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I trust the Eagles defense more, but to me, I want to know that like to get into the top 4, like I got to see more of a complete team.
Mhm.
And I feel like until I can see like, hey, Fields can actually run this offense. And I don't even mean their offense because they've dumbed it down so much to where it looks good, but it's not. It's really gritty. Like it's
Yeah.
just
They're
we're
grinding
not
it
going to
out.
try to throw the ball where it's in harm's way.
Yeah,
We're going
don't
to
turn
give
it
them the safe
over.
things. Yeah, let our defense play and dominate, like which is winning football. But
Yep.
to me, it
Totally,
doesn't earn
bro.
a top 4 spot in
That's
my
fair.
ranking. So um, Saints, I mean, you lose to a 4 seed so I'm not going to drop you too much. Like that's
Yeah.
really kind of crazy. Yeah, like you said, the Seahawks are in a tough spot because they haven't really played anybody. Um, Lions, they got back on the right track.
Yeah, I
I'm
think they
still
beat
a little
a
worried about
good
Jared
team.
Goff.
Yeah.
I think they're about to see maybe we should have paid him all that money, but too late now.
Yeah.
Should think about that before you sign the ink. Packers got to give them a lot of love as far as continuing to pull out some wins with
Mhm.
their backup quarterback. Now, then again, they are playing against Will Levis, and Will Levis has made some plays where his
Will
head
Levis
coach
has
just
been going
said,
rogue. That guy's a maniac.
I don't know.
He's on his Wentz timeline.
Oh, I was worried about that. I thought it, but I didn't want to say it because I'm like, is it really going to happen? And it
Think
might
so.
unfold.
We're
And yeah,
watching it.
we already talked about the Bucks, and like I said, it's the toughest thing for me. Like I'm trying to figure out if I'm supposed to start Bucky Irving because he had 9 carries for 70 yards.
Yeah.
So do I just make the risky play and say fuck it and throw him up there, or do I make the even riskier play of keeping Rashad White in at starter and putting Bucky at the flex?
Yeah.
But then
I don't know
Komet
if
could
you can
also
go
have
to yeah, I
15
don't
points. Yeah. I gotta figure that one out. Hopefully later on in the week they'll figure it out. I hate that in the NFL someone can be questionable and it could be either something really small of an injury or it could be huge. Like,
mhm.
yeah, his knee is just not right, but he's questionable. What? What does that even mean? Is he? Can he walk?
Yeah.
Can he run? What are we looking at here? And then honorable mentions. The Jets got an honorable mention. They've been playing some good ball recently. Again, played the Patriots, so take that with a grain of salt. They have a pretty good defense, so
Mhm.
they handled them. And like for your only loss being against the Niners, week 1 in Levi, like that's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Chargers have been holding strong. I think it's going to get pretty rough coming up here. What they have, Chiefs, Broncos, Cardinals. I'm thinking 1-2 in that stretch. And I don't think Herbert, even if he plays this next weekend, I don't think he's going to be as effective just because I think that foot is really, really fucked.
Yeah.
But it's been fun while it lasted, you know. And then the Commanders. I mean, how do you give them a nod for that
Yeah, I had
win
to give
on
him some
Sunday
love.
night or Monday night? That was
A good one. They
a
needed
hell of a
that shit.
performance.
Yeah.
That last throw against cover zero when Jaden knew he was going to get rocked and he threw a perfect ball was all that you need. It's perfect. And he outdueled Joe Burrow. I know they're 0-3, but I mean, Joe Burrow threw for 324 and 3 touchdowns. Like, I mean, Joe was trying.
Yeah.
And now I got a more interesting conversation for running back. I got Chase Brown that just had 7 carries for 62 yards and two catches for 7 yards. So, like, do I get off the Bucks train for now and do I go with I don't know.
Yeah.
But Zach Moss is still the number one because he keeps getting the goal line carries, which is what I need. It's just fucked. If you don't have a top 5 running back this
You're
year,
done.
it's slim pickings,
You're done for every time.
literally. All right, that was good. What do we got here? It's time
Going
for some
on.
stooge of the week, I think.
All right, let's do it.
It's time for. I mean, it couldn't have been clearer to be the UNLV coaching
Yeah.
staff.
Not a good look.
Yeah, I
Not good
mean,
when you you know, why are you offering people
100 bands,
100K?
100 boxes of ZD.
Like, you know, are they at UNLV? So they're like, hey, you know, I could get you 100 bands real quick. I'll just go take 50, go put it on red, and then I'll come back and give you 100.
Boom.
And then
That's
they
my
watch the OC go in there, blow all his cash, and then the quarterback's like, what the fuck's
where's
that?
where's my 100 grand?
100 grand. He's like, oh, about that. We took half of your scholarship to get you 100 grand. We lost it all.
So, but hey,
So,
we're 3-0, so good job. Yeah, I mean, it's just I don't know. I feel like this is kind of what we were predicting with the NIL like timeline of football. Like it's gonna get ugly.
yeah.
Because it's the NFL junior. So like obviously telling someone you could give them 100 racks and not having any of it is insane.
Yeah.
So I don't blame him for taking a leave like that. I do think in the long run, I don't think having 3 games on tape at UNLV is going to be enough for an NFL team to be like, yeah, we'll draft you. Hi,
Hmm.
like I don't think that's going to happen.
Probably not.
I don't think Alabama's calling and be like, we need the UNLV quarterback. That's just not what I'm guessing. The coach has a lot of pictures from UNLV where he looks like a big old dipshit, which is
Looks
pretty
like a
funny.
dumbass.
He just looks so lost. So, you know, to talk with that NIL stupidity, you know, going through Bear Alexander gets an honorable mention. I mean, I don't really know what to think of the decision because I mean, I don't know if you saw the last touchdown that USC gave up against Michigan. He got fucking blown off the ball. I mean,
Yeah.
like drove back 5 or 6 yards.
Right into
So,
his lap.
I don't really know what you want the coaches to give you more playing time when you're just getting your ass kicked right now in the Big Ten. Like, call me old fashioned. I feel like you should earn more playing time.
Yeah. Don't miss spring.
Yeah, and you've had a reputation of like, I'm not even just a reputation. We saw it all last year. You run past people. You don't break down. You just started doing it this year. But like, I don't know. I like the kid. I like Bear Alexander. I think he could be a good player. There's just a lot of things that are
Yeah.
not as refined for a junior as I'd like.
I think the new DC don't play shit, so.
And I like that. I think he's got guys that can go. I mean, I don't think Barry Alexander realizes like USC's had some pretty good defensive ends come through. Like,
Yeah.
we had Leonard Williams go through. We've had Lamont Ramsey. Like, we've had, I mean, Frosty Rucker. Besides when he played Vince Young, I mean, he's in a fucking tough
Yeah.
spot. You know,
Yeah.
what do you want him to do? Like,
Not much going on there.
guy jumps outside, he runs to the inside lane. He jumps inside, guy runs outside. It just is what it is. But yeah, like USC. Wait, who was the latest one we just had? There was another like 96, I thought. Big defensive end. It was like 2 years ago.
2 years.
Drake something.
London.
No, off the side wall.
Jackson.
Drake Jackson.
Jackson.
I think it was.
Yeah, Drake Jackson, I think. Yeah.
He was a dog.
Yeah, he was good.
So it's like, I mean, USC knows how to make some good defenders, and I like it if the DC's not playing shit. Like our defense looks really good. I'm not letting one game break it. Like they are a good unit. Um, so yeah, I mean, I wish you all the best, Bear, but at the same time, I just don't see like redshirting 3 games into the season when we're in a conference where they're going to run the ball a lot and they're going to, kind of wear people down, and you could get in the rotation again and you could, come in late for a championship run. I don't see the benefit of it, especially when I heard he was possibly hurt. That's why he had the knee braces. So I don't know.
Yeah.
So wish you the best, but at the same time, I don't get it.
Sure.
And then the Niners get honorable mention for the choke job they had at SoFi. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, no.
Gotta love that though.
But to be fair, they played against Matthew Soul stealing Stafford.
Yeah.
Soul snatching actually. That's what his
All
official
right.
title
Okay,
is.
I hear you.
Snatches that fucking shit right out of their heart, like the scene from Dumb and Dumber where he's fighting the
Mhm.
cook and he rips his heart out, puts it in a doggy bag.
Sure.
Stafford just walked into there, went up to Joey Bosa and
Let
fucking
me get
pulled his
that.
heart
Let me
out.
get that
Or
off your
Nick
hands,
Bosa,
please.
actually. Sorry, Nick Bosa. Threw it in a bag. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't think this Niners team has had a killer instinct in a long time. Like they don't have that closeout gene. Like it's just
Yeah.
not there. Um, so until they get that, I just think like some players have it, some don't. You can't really teach it. So
Mhm.
got to find players who have it. And they don't have a group that has it. And then the Dolphins, I mean, Skylar Thompson, I didn't know a quarterback could perform that bad in the NFL. I'm gonna be honest with you. Um, and then it didn't help the Braxton Berrios. I think it was the ass cheeks meme going around. I mean,
Yeah.
just kicks out of me.
Could be, yeah, not ideal.
I'm still curious how that like I didn't watch that game, but I saw the meme and I said, how did we tackle someone and get the
Yeah.
had to be a situation where pulling on the waist and we just I see London, I see France,
There you go.
I see the boys.
I see them all.
I see I see the future.
Yeah, I see everything you need to say.
Um, so yeah, the UNLV Stooges, they won some monopoly money. So that was what they were promised. That's what was
Mhm.
not said. They just said we got 100 racks for you.
Yeah.
You didn't ask what type of racks. So, that's just good stuff, good content. Thank you, boys. Um, and I think we can move on to college picks this week.
I hear that.
Do it. We got some good
I
games
hear
coming up.
you. I hear you.
I hear it. I mean, should we start right to left or left to right?
We can do it however you want to do it.
Let's go right to left. Fuck it.
Okay.
Kansas State, Oklahoma State. I see we're split here. I like it. I like the idea.
Yeah, both coming off a loss.
True.
Kansas State coming off a big loss, getting shit on by BYU, which is a little bit telling. Um, hold on, let me pull this game up over here just so I can see. Yeah, Kansas State's at home, Bill Snyder Family Stadium. Shout out the legend.
Thank
Kansas
you,
State's
Bill.
favored by 5. I just think Oklahoma State has more talent. Um, yeah, I mean, I was going back and forth. This is the one that I was really going back and forth on,
It's a
to
tough
be
pick.
quite honest. Like, this is the one that was giving me trouble. But
It's keeping you up at night.
it was keeping me up at night. Um, but I'm gonna go Oklahoma State. I think they got a little more there. They got a little more about them.
Okay. They got that. They got that.
If
The
the old
bricks of the
ball
pocket.
coach was still at Kansas State, they ain't losing 2 straight.
Oh, you're
But
picking
he
Bill
ain't
Schneider.
there. I'm going Gundy on this one.
You're going mullet, man. I
Yeah.
like it. Uh, I mean, so the way that I saw it was they're both coming off a tough loss. I don't know why they decided not to run the ball with Ollie Gordon against
Mhm.
Utah. I think the Kansas State front is better than the Utah front. On top of that, we were really high on Arizona being a wagon. This Kansas State team put on a
Beat the shit
clinic
out of them.
against them in Kansas State at Bill
Sure.
Schneider Stadium. I just think the Bill Schneider family stadium, they get a nice little win bounce back. And it's just kind of an Oklahoma State's nature to be these high, preseason rank, start season hot, and then just go on like a losing streak of like two or
Yeah.
three. And like, how did we do this? Um, so yeah, I think the home field advantage is going to get the win. I don't know if it's going to be by 5. I just have a feeling they're going to pull one out at home.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't mind if you pick Oklahoma State plus 5. I mean, I wouldn't say you're wrong for it. Notre Dame, Louisville. I almost said LSU. Um, you're going with the old
Yeah,
Notre
I
Dame.
just think I think Louisville isn't that good. I
I
really
hear that.
don't. Like, I
I hear
just
that.
don't. Notre Dame, I think they found a little bit of their offense last week. I don't care if it was against shitters.
Right.
At least there were, or I mean, I think it more against Purdue, but I think they're kind of tightening the hatches a little bit. It was a slow burn against Miami of Ohio, but
Right.
let frickin' Riley Leonard just tote the rock. I don't think Louisville's got enough beef to hang. That's what I would be worried about.
I hear that. I was leaning towards the Irish. There's
Mhm.
one stat in particular that told me, even though I don't trust Louisville all the way, I have to go with them. Riley Leonard's passing stats this year, he's thrown for 587 yards, 2
Mhm.
picks, and 1 touchdown. I don't think we're gonna see a game where you can just run the rock all day like Michigan did.
Yeah,
I think there's gonna be some throwing, some third down and long, gotta make them,
sure.
and I think that's gonna be the difference. Um, I think Notre Dame's a talented defensive team. I just think offensively they're just like I don't know how Riley Leonard can't throw the ball.
Mhm.
He can't throw the rock. I don't know what happened, but he just can't.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with it. Doesn't make much sense to me, if I'm
I
being
mean, I
honest.
see him warming up. Looks like he's throwing a pretty spiral, It looks good, leaving his hand, but something in the game, we just don't do it.
Mhm.
Um, so that's why I'm going Louisville. I think they get the upset. I mean, it's 15-16, but I just think that, they win one under touchdown. Jesus.
Sure.
I think Coach Lou is fucking pissed. I really do. I think he's gonna be pissed off. It's a 12:30 game. Yep, he's watching the whole thing, so he's gonna be
Oh,
pissed off.
he'll be up for it. He'll be up for it for
Um,
sure.
we could bounce up to, or we could go across to Illinois, Penn State. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
both fading Illinois off their fate run.
Yeah, I mean, couple ranked teams here. Thought I'd throw it in there, but I think
I
Penn
like it.
State just got too much. I don't know if Illinois is going to be able to find the offense for him.
That's where I was looking. I'm like,
Yeah.
and I was debating. I was like, okay, this Illinois team looks pretty fundamental. I realized I'm like, okay, they played Nebraska. Nebraska is not as good as their ranking was. Like, they're just not.
Hmm.
They just played a bunch of shit teams and won. Um, and then I saw, I'm like, okay, is it in Illinois? Because maybe they could have a chance. And I saw it's in Happy Valley. 4:30 kickoff. It's not a 7 o'clock night game, but it'll get
Nope.
there. Give me the Lions. Give me them Nittany Lions.
Yeah.
Let's see what we can do.
So you're saying they're not going to be playing Mo Bamba during this game? Is it
I didn't say that.
when is their whiteout officially?
It's got to be against like Ohio State. It always is.
It just depends, really. Sometimes
Yeah,
it,
Ohio State's a home game.
but is it at night?
It's November 2nd.
Because it's
It
only
says
only.
TBD.
I know. Is that going to be dumbass big noon kickoff?
Oh, please don't make
Yeah,
it a
that's what
night
I'm
game, man.
saying. Let the boys eat. I go, just let them get.
Oh, what if
Let 'em-
they wasted on UCLA coming into town? That was a night game. Oh, I'd cry.
They could. That's what I'm saying. I'm worried about it. I'm worried about
Don't.
it.
You don't need to do that for Garbers.
Wait,
He'll shit
it's
the bed either way.
wait. What time is this game at? Oh,
Which
it's
one?
at 4:30. Oh, they're doing it
Mm-hmm.
for this game.
That's what I'm.
Is
I
it
don't know if
actually
they're
going to
gonna
be
do the
whiteout?
whiteout. I don't know if they are.
I'm about to find out right now because I'm going to be freaking pissed.
I didn't get to watch AQ yesterday too much.
When is Penn State whiteout game? The official Penn State whiteout game is November 9th against Washington.
We couldn't do November 2nd.
It's because it's going to be big noon kickoff, dude. I'm telling you.
I
It's
don't.
It's
Fuck.
bullshit.
I'm pissed. I'm pissed.
They probably thought Washington would still be good. They made the Natty, be half decent.
I fear their ass.
They're not as good.
Maybe not ass. Okay, I might have
Yeah,
been a
maybe
little
not
far.
ass, but they ain't
Not good.
great.
Yeah, we're losing to Washington State. I don't think Washington State. Yeah, Washington State is just not good.
Yeah.
They got a guy named Mater toting the rock. I mean,
Yeah, not good.
they can't tell me he's gonna be good. And looking at the schedule, I'm thinking about this now. Washington's probably gonna get piss slammed by Iowa in Iowa, lose at Indiana, and like it just starts unraveling.
Yeah.
And you finish off the year at Oregon. Like, yep, it's been fun.
JJ.
Yeah, that's pissed me off. I was hoping the whiteout game was against
Yeah, that'd have been insane.
I've said, like you said, it's gonna be a big noon kickoff. So sure, why not? So yeah, we're both fading the Illini, and who's their coach? Bienema, I think it is. The big son
Bienemy?
of a bitch. Bienemy?
Yeah. No, Bielma. Bielma.
Bielma. Bielma.
Bielma.
Big son of a bitch. But
Big old son of a bitch.
I think they get waxed. I don't think it's close. Like 19.5, I would take the over 19.5 for Penn State.
Sure.
We could go down to Arizona, Utah. We know which one we're saving for last.
Yeah.
We got the Utes fading, and we love them Arizona boys, but just something about Utah, man.
Yeah, I mean, this is it, Arizona. This is your shot. If you want any relevancy this year with your big two, your QB and your receiver, this is the time. But Utah, I think, is just a little bit too tough, a little bit too physical.
Yeah.
I think they're just going to kind of smother them.
Bringing that grit. They want to be
Yeah.
a little too finessed. I am looking at it right now. I wouldn't mind someone if they threw money line for Arizona. It's plus 280. So, not a big risk for that reward there. Throw a
Yeah.
nice little 100, walk out with 380. You're feeling pretty good. Yeah, no much more needed to say about that. And then the game of the week, Georgia Bama, and it's not the SEC championship. Thank
Nope.
God we don't have to wait for it until the end of the year. And I think the boys are both looking for the upset. I mean, Georgia's a 1-point favorite in Tallahassee at Bryant Denny Stadium. How do they say it? It's Bryant Denny Stadium
Bryant
with
Denny
the Knicks
Stadium,
with
Nick
the
Saban
Nick
Field.
Saban Field.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, give me the fucking Tide. Okay. Give me Milrow
Yeah.
toting the rock 25 times, hitting 3 deep balls, and that Bama defense just cooking Carson Beck.
Yeah. I'm not all in on this Georgia team. I'm also not all in on this Bama team.
Okay.
But what I
Sure.
am in on is Bama's skill position over Georgia's.
Yeah.
And when in doubt, a quarterback that can run can change everything.
Oh yeah.
So I'm leaning Tide at home.
And I got to tell you, Milrow, he been being a good boy throwing the ball.
And you heard it here
590, 8
first.
dubs.
Loser of this game does not make the SEC championship game automatically. You're done for. So,
Ooh.
because you got
You
Texas, you got Tennessee, you got if you lose this game right here, Alabama or Georgia, you're done. You're not making the SEC title game.
interesting.
I mean,
This is
you'd have
literally
to.
for all the marbles.
I think so. I mean, you'd have to make a crazy run of beating teams because there's still Ole Miss out there. There's still think about how many teams are
So, but
there.
you're
There's
not
still.
saying that you can't make the playoffs. You're
I'm
just
not
saying you
saying you
won't
can't
make.
make the
Okay.
playoff. I think if
Okay.
you lose this game, you're already done for SEC championship game. Because think about it, you got Texas, you got Tennessee,
Mm-hmm.
you got Ole Miss, you got Missouri, all still in this thing. Everyone's got to play everyone. So if you are the team that comes out of here with a loss early in your SEC campaign, you're not even out of September yet.
Good luck, buddy.
Could be rough trying to come back from that.
Well, and we're forgetting Alabama has to take a trip down to Vandy. We all saw how that went. Never know
Yeah,
what could happen to Vandy.
sure.
Although they'll probably piss them. And then, well, we know, okay, Bama's going to beat Missouri. Happens every time. I'm not getting
Yeah.
my hopes up.
No,
Not
yeah.
doing it.
Bama or Georgia, we'll do it for sure every time.
Yep. 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 Yeah, this is a pretty interesting schedule. I'm excited for it. I love that the implications are all or nothing. It honestly is like the SEC championship again. Like you said, if you lose this, you're not going to the SEC championship. So you might as well treat it like the SEC
There
championship.
you go.
I just love seeing top 5 matchup where we know the teams are top 5 in September. Like there's
Mhm.
nothing that gets me more fired up. I mean, truth be told, I might be going from 6 to midnight. Could happen.
I hear you.
Yeah, sure. Um, Yeah, it's good picks. I mean, hopefully the boys. I mean, we got two that we differed on. You know, we try to make it to where we have a couple that we're different on, but
Yeah,
sometimes we're just reaching these things and we'll be like, "Yep, going with this one," and then we just,
yeah,
who knew? We just know ball a little bit. Um, see if we know some ball in NFL. Probably don't,
probably
but
not.
we try. We got a couple head to head here. Now, I hate to do this because I like the birds.
Yeah, we're
I
shocked to
just,
see it.
well, and it might be a little friendly fire, and I apologize for that.
Okay.
I just got a feeling after the ass kicking that they took to the Broncos, I'm like, surely, like we got a Mike Evans masterclass coming out because the Eagles' corners are not great,
No,
and if they're in one-on-one setting. But then again, we do have the hurricane coming through. So does this game get pushed? If the game gets pushed, I might swap my pick.
that is a good point. I didn't even think about that. I
Yeah.
haven't even heard much about that.
I saw a video of some
Um,
folks down in Florida riding around in their boat, like they're
yeah,
trolling and shit.
Eagles v Bucks.
Yeah, if it's in Tampa, I don't know.
Delay? Question mark. What hurricane?
Irma
Helene?
or
Helen?
Helen,
Helene? Could
Helene,
mean for
whatever.
Sunday's game.
Sure.
Going to be a category 3, so it's not, crazy.
Okay.
Well, it's not like as crazy as you could be. So it's going to miss the like bulk of it's going to miss.
Okay.
Oh no, I think it should be fine. I think.
Yeah, I was trying to filter that
It's
into
going to
my
it's going
pick.
to make landfall late Thursday night.
Okay.
Yeah, it should just be Delta Airlines. Yeah, you can rebook your ticket. Yeah, Hurricane should be gone by then. Should be good.
If we wanted to put a sixth pick in here, we could have put Bengals Panthers, and honestly, I might
The
have put
shit
the
bowl.
Panthers.
The shit bowl.
I might have said, give me Andy Dalton and the fucking Panthers, man.
Yeah, the Bucks have had to
Uh,
practice inside a little, but it should be passed
okay.
by the time the game starts. So everything should be good.
I just feel
Now,
like
there could be are the Titans at home?
um no, they're in Miami.
Oh, okay. Then
Well,
that's
I don't know
fine.
if that's better.
'Cause the storm's gonna basically end right on top of Nashville. I don't know if that'll be on Sunday, but, like, it
Okay.
won't be bad, but, like, if you're looking for rainy conditions, it would be in Nashville, but the Titans are away, so
Okay.
should be fine.
It's good to know. I don't know. I feel like the Buccaneers, you get embarrassed at home. I just don't see them losing two at home in a
Yeah.
row. Like they look like a decent ball club. And the Eagles, I mean, they got a great win last week, but you also had that collapse at home against the Falcons. So I don't know. I don't know if I can trust them in a close game, and I think this one will
Mhm.
be close. So I'm just giving the Buccaneers the edge. Um, I wouldn't be mad if the Birds win. I just, that's just what my heart's telling me.
Yeah. That's fair.
Um, could also be wishful thinking because I have a couple Bucks players on my fantasy team, and I would love them to kind of
You would
carry their
love
own
him to
weight.
cash. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Please. Because I already know come late in the season, I'm going to get the Mike Evans heroic game where he just catches two deep balls for touchdowns
Oh,
and
yeah,
just a
legacy game.
couple ins. Oh,
Yeah.
so I'm patient with him. I
Oh,
know the man's got magic,
it's coming.
but we'd like it a little sooner rather than later,
Yeah.
please. Could we just kind of get things moving here? Um, I think you're just going to say go Birds. So I don't know. I don't think we need.
Go Birds. I mean, I think offense wakes up, lights it up.
Okay.
The Bucks struggle to run the ball.
Yeah.
I think the Birds can take that away. We actually played fairly well against the pass against the Saints. Just got to get to Baker, which is
Yeah.
kind of what the Broncos did. You can get to him, rattle him a little bit, make him try and scramble, make him have to do some stuff like that. You can get him. You
He
can
gettable.
make. He's very, very much gettable. Now
See,
we always play like shit against the Bucks, which does worry me a little bit, especially in Tampa. But that's normally in the playoffs. Regular season, it's normally all right. Play the Bucks in the playoffs, GG, go home.
that's a good point.
Yeah, so I'm hoping we get a regular season version of everything okay.
I hope so. Again, I like the Birds. I want them to win. Sweet, sweet boys, but just playing with what my heart was giving me. Packers Vikings, yeah, we think it's going to end for the backup quarterback show. I mean, the Vikings are a real ball club. Let's just,
Them boys can play.
yeah, I think we might see a Justin Jefferson Lambeau leap, perhaps.
Okay, I hear that.
Yeah, get some beer poured down his jersey or something.
Yeah.
And then
If this changes your Eagles thing, looks like current weather forecast shows a chance of lingering thunderstorms, as well as an expected feels like temperature of 99 degrees with extreme humidity. So it's going to be hot and wet and potentially rainy.
I still like the Bucks in that
So
situation.
maybe, but I like the team that can run the rock
Yeah, I
personally.
just what I don't
Personally,
understand is with their O line why they haven't been able to run the rock. Like I don't get it. Like Rashad White isn't a bad back, so I don't understand why.
yeah, they're just not very efficient on the ground. It is kind of odd
But I watched it. Like they don't really give it a chance to develop. Like they
because
run the
they got
ball
to let
once,
Baker slang that thing.
but you could just help Baker. You could get him
You
some play
could,
action, you know,
you
and give him a
could.
chance, but or throw some screens to get the running backs out in space. Like try to just get some quick ones out for them. No, I'll stick with my pick for now. I'll ride it. But you never know with Tampa. It could be a fucking masterclass, or they could just get shit on again. Um, it's a tough look thinking about, I was saying I'm all in on the Bills, but I just think the Ravens, this is, like you said, you got to know NFL storylines. This is a Ravens got to have it game
Hmm.
in Baltimore. The Bills coming off a hot win. The Bills are known for having a great game and then just trolling the next week. Like, for some reason. I don't know if they can break that curse, but I feel like Ravens, Birds get it done.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna ride this Bills wagon
The
till
Lewis
it
fall off.
unhitches a little bit. Yeah.
I
Um,
respect that.
I like them. I think the Ravens are good, but then again, they beat the Cowboys. Who gives a shit?
Yeah,
Personally,
sure.
I think this is a heavyweight battle though here,
Yeah,
and look at it right here. This is Sunday night, right? Yeah, it is Sunday night.
waiting on that for
Um,
Sunday night.
yeah, I mean Baltimore's favored 2.5. That means it's probably about a pick 'em. I just think there's something about this Bill squad. They're just freed up. They just seem so free.
Now, if you told me that I could do Bills money line for plus 115, I would definitely throw it there.
Yeah, you would
So
throw the
I like,
cash. You throw cash on Bill just for the value's sake.
yeah, like the
But
upside for
we
that
don't need
isn't
no money
bad.
on this. It's just like we're just doing pick 'em. So
Yeah, so if it's just pick'ems, I'm like, I think the Ravens get it done because, like I said,
yeah,
I just think this is a gotta have it game. Um, I mean, I'm trying to look through like injury report. I don't know. I think this is a gotta have it game. Lamar Jackson puts the team on his back. It's a win.
sure.
You got to be like, I think you want to be 2-2. You got to be 2-2 going through
Yeah,
because you're gonna play. So you have at Bengals, Commanders, Bucks, Browns. That's a pretty easy spread. You could
you
make
just
that
never
work.
want to be 1-3. You know.
Yeah, and then I mean the back half of their season, Bengals, Steelers, Chargers, Eagles,
Hmm.
Giants. I mean,
Hmm.
a couple easy games, but then you play the
Yeah,
Steelers twice, and then like you got to get a couple more wins before you hit that back end. And we think they're going to be a pretty good football team. So I think these are going to be two like AFC finalists probably
yeah,
with the Chiefs and probably I don't know who the fourth team will be. Give me a second on that one. I'll figure that out later on in the season. Maybe the Jets, perhaps.
yeah,
Um, let's go down Chiefs Chargers. Yeah, we're just saying Chiefs is the
yeah.
Chiefs.
I mean, I think it'll be good. I think it's in SoFi. It should be a fun game.
Yeah,
First Harbaugh versus Andy Reid.
yeah,
Kind of show. I mean, they've matched up before, obviously, but like
yeah,
with the was it in division? Yeah, in division
yeah.
rivals. Yeah, so that should be fun. I think the Chargers could maybe find a way to run the ball a little bit. They're pretty creative with their run game, but I think both the tackles are kind of banged up. I don't know if they're playing or not, but
Yeah, let me check. I
I
think they
think
were out.
yeah, I don't know if they're fully out or just were banged up. Let's see,
Yeah, they're not on the report, so they should be
yeah, so I
playing,
think they're
but
okay.
they're
I think
banged
they're
up.
banged up from the last game. Bosa didn't practice, but I'm sure he'll be fine. Herbert's ankle's banged up, so the Chargers Chiefs always seems to be like it always is close.
Mhm.
The Chiefs have been in some close games so far this year.
Yeah.
So I think they win another one. They love playing at SoFi. So
Yeah, and I mean, and then the NFL just, pulls James, Derwin James off the field so
yeah,
that Travis Kelsey doesn't get a shit rocked. I mean, it's just
yeah.
kind of foolproof. Like, yeah, it's gonna be Chiefs win to keep this thing
Kelsey's got to get
moving.
his.
Oh yeah. And then the last game on our slate, Seahawks Lions. I mean, we're both saying, hey, it's been fun for the Seahawks, but you played the ass cheek a lot. Dolphins last week. Now you're about to play a real fucking grit team.
Yeah, I will say, go ahead and take that over.
Yeah, there's not
I'd
gonna be a
take
lot
that
of
over.
defense
There
play.
gonna be some points in this game. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
what is the over under?
I think it's
The over is
46 and a half.
46. 45 and a half. Yeah, I'm
Oh
taking that
yeah,
over. I'm hammering that.
46. Give me that. I mean, that's 31-28 right there. Easy. That's 28.
Hmm.
That's 28-25. It's 28-24.
Yeah, we'll take that every day of the week.
28-24.
And it's in Motor City. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm riding the
Give me
Lions for
give me
sure.
that over right there. Yeah, Lions. Well, I mean, this would be a pretty season-defining win though for the Seahawks. I'll give them that. If they came in there and got the job done on this thing,
Then I start looking at them a little
go to
different.
4-0, and I'm like, oh, okay, we might have
Yeah.
some action here because everyone in their division, like who else is playing? Yeah, like say Rams. If they start pulling away from these guys, now you have a couple wins that you can kind of
Oh yeah.
you're gonna lose some eventually. This would be a huge win because you got to think the um the Niners are gonna win.
Right.
They're gonna beat the Patriots.
You
I'd
got
like
gotta think.
gotta think. I'd like to think the Rams should. I don't know if
We
"should's"
should
the
beat the
word,
Bears.
but like
Should beat the Bears.
probably should more than you shouldn't, at
Yeah.
least. And then maybe the Cardinals could have a tough time with the Commanders, but like you'd expect when the season started, you'd expect those three teams to beat the teams this week. So if the Seahawks can still win and go to 4-0 and everyone else is 2-2,
It's a good
you
good
are
deal.
feeling good about yourself, I'd say.
So I actually just got a little more wind in my sail. For some reason, I thought our schedule was like last year, and we had to play the Steelers again this year. And I was thinking, my worst nightmares, we get
Stafford's gonna
Nakua,
die.
Stafford. Well, and then we get Cup off IR, play the
Mhm.
Steelers. They fuck up everyone on the team, and then
Sure.
we're just banged up the rest of the year. But we don't have them on our schedule, so I feel a little bit better.
There you go.
And
Gotta
we got a
love that.
decent schedule coming up. You got the Bears, Packers, Raiders, Vikings. Vikings will be a tough game. Seahawks at Seahawks is always tough, but we like
Mhm.
playing there recently. That's Stafford Stadium. And then you play the Dolphins, Patriots. You got to think, if we can just
Gotta think.
win the good ones, win the gimmies. But we got to figure out our offense right now without our top guys, which we're figuring out. I mean, it looks like it's the Kyron Williams show, which I'm not mad about.
No,
And you're not mad about it either, as fantasy
not
owner.
mad at all. Ain't never been
Perfect.
mad about that.
No, sure, can't be. All right. Do we want to? We could kind of skim through Twitter again.
Yeah, we
There's
could
a
do a
lot
quick
of
skim.
stuff. Yeah, there's too much.
We'll do a
Just
quick
too
skim.
much.
See, we'll get the highlights.
Yeah, let me
Find
get
find
through
me find
there.
me some highlights. Stand my night.
Sure. We got to watch a Frank Fleming clip because that's just
That's just how the world. That's how the world operates, really. I
has to be.
think the Mets are
Uh,
right on the fringe of making it. Right on the fringe.
the Mets could do it. Oh,
Yeah,
that'd be
making
lovely.
playoffs. Yeah.
That'd be so lovely. Got to get to the top. There's just too much in here because we got to remember this is taking into account the Mel Kiper cover 2 situation.
True.
So okay, this is all you can eat biscuits. We were past that. The guy saying that if K State lost to BYU, shove a beefy 5-layer burrito up his ass.
Okay.
Yep, that didn't age well.
Okay.
They don't usually.
No.
Let's see. Oh yeah, okay. This might be the dumbest trade of all time. I'm not even gonna watch the video. I'm just gonna lay it out for you. A 3-team trade where the Rams get Bryce Young, we send the Dolphins Matt Stafford, and the Panthers get the Dolphins second and our third rounder. Um,
Huh.
I'm gonna respectfully say fuck no. I already got one short quarterback in Stetson Bennett. I don't need two.
Yeah. I'm
All
not.
right,
I don't think I'm in on this one.
Chase Daniels, I swear to God, if you ever become a Rams front office and you try to propose this trade, I mean, we got to watch the Mel Kiper just. I'm sure you've
I'll
seen
pick
the
it up
clip.
from there. Now that we've
Yeah, I mean, this was crazy.
exactly what your problem is with it, how would you try and solve it?
Well, I grew up with the best of the National Football League, 60s, 70s, into the 80s. You're talking about deep shots, right? The go route, the 9-route post. You're talking about Terry Bradshaw in a Super Bowl hitting John Stallworth. You see Leroy Irvin diving, right? Just off his finger. There's the receiver. They laid it out there, right? Hit the receiver. Wide, 65-yard touchdown. It's a beautiful thing to watch. That's what I want to see brought back to the National Football League. Okay, check down kings, bubble screen sensations, boring.
All right, I hate to tell you, Mel. We got quarterbacks like Daniel Jones running the franchises now. Okay, we can't just tell him, "Hey, I just need you to throw it outside, high and away from the safety, but where your guy can play it." It's going to go in the nickel seats. Okay, so I can't do that.
Yeah.
And what he's not mentioning too is Terry Bradshaw days. They were running the rock like 50 times to get the safeties to start coming. You know, that was kind of the get them, suck them in, play action, throw that thing deep. I gotta let Mo Kiper finish.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Big
crazy.
manager, I get it, but I want to see those deep shots. That's what the NFL was built on. I grew up with John Unitas, Fran Tarkington, Ken Stabler, Darryl LaMonica. You talk about quarterbacks, Joe Namath. It was just right. Brett Favre when he was doing what he did. Burt Jones with the Baltimore Colts. You think about those quarterbacks who would throw the ball down the field. I'd say what Bradshaw did with Stallworth and Swan, Roger Staubach. That's what I want to see brought back. Say, well, you can't do that, right? Well, you got a 5-yard rule with the cornerbacks, right? The Mel Blunt rule, right? Now with the push thing with Hurts, you got to be a yard back now. So don't tell me you can't have those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage than they are. I was at games where I'm thinking, hey, too high? They're out in outer space. I couldn't even find us. They're playing with 9 guys, right? Where are the other 2? Oh, the other 2, they're so daggone far back, I didn't even know they're part of the damn play. I'm telling you, we got to change this thing, and we got to have, hey, you can warn them. They come up, hey, guys, you got to get up a little bit, right? You're too far back. Warn those.
Got to get up a little bit. Come on.
Got to move up a little bit. Got to move up a little bit.
What's that penalty look like? Ref those flag. Is it false start?
Yeah.
Safeties are in outer space on defense.
Crazy.
Get them back in the stratosphere. 5 yards, first down. I mean, Mad Mel. I look. This is a bit, right?
Crazy.
Jody, I don't think it is. In outer space is insane. I don't really know what to deal with that, but we don't have to worry about it because Aaron Rodgers, well, he voted most annoying player, which I'm not really sure how this happened. So Aaron Rodgers has been voted the most annoying player. Travis Kelce came in second place, and somehow Odell Beckham's getting, hit with some shrapnel at third.
Yeah.
He's playing without an ACL. My bad. My fault, Odell. Fansville. Yeah, Fansville curse is pretty tough. I didn't even remember DJ being a part of Fansville.
DJU, man, it ain't good luck.
It's not good.
That's all I'm gonna say about that.
And here's lo and behold. So I had a conversation about these pandas last night while I was having drinks after the deal. I don't know about you, but that don't look like a panda to me.
No, that ain't no damn panda.
That's a puppy dog.
That's for damn sure.
So it leads to the question: how do I know that the pandas aren't just really big dogs?
That's a good point.
How do I know that they're real? Can someone show me the origin? Like, where are pandas actually from? Like, can someone show me where like pandas are naturally flocking?
China,
perhaps. Okay.
China,
They're
bamboo. Got to find some bamboo. You find some pandas.
They're in China.
They're in China.
China's holding them.
They're in China.
This. I'd be so pissed if I spent $25 to go to the zoo and I see this. I'd be like,
don't get me started, man. I'd be so checked.
Yeah, chow chows. It's not right.
Nothing would check me more.
Says the post is misleading. Okay, go fuck yourself. It's real. Got to give Brees Love some Brees Hall some love here. This pass pro, I mean, you talk about laying it down. Might have like zoom in. He's out with a torn pec. Take one for a quarterback. Hey,
Hey, he took one for the team right there.
that's keeping 8 clean. Just Jesus.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
He just gets slammed down.
Right.
Hey, Brees, you're doing God's work, man.
Facts.
He knows if I don't have if I don't have Rodgers for the year, I don't want another Zach Wilson experience. But we were wondering, how do you respond to Matt? It's not even Mad Mel. It's just Mel Kiper. Aaron Rodgers got the best response for us. And I'm gonna start using this phrase whenever we start talking ball.
Garrett, it seems like you guys, for whatever reason, start this year just a touch off. Do you believe that's the case? How do you close that gap? And once you guys do, where do you take the ball up as an offense?
The entire focus of all three defenses we played have been taking Garrett away. It's been Mel Kiper's worst nightmare. Been a lot of cover two, you know. And when there's times we get one high, we've tried to go to him, but a lot of too high in all three games. You know, they're shading to him, even with stud corners. You know, you look at Ward and we.
So we're gonna from now on in this program be referring to cover 2 as the Mel Kiper. Okay,
Yeah.
we're throwing a little Mel Kiper out there.
Want some Kuiper?
Some Kiper with some outer space. You know, some Elon Musk in there, some SpaceX.
Sure.
SpaceX would be the cover 4 because then the safeties are out in outer space. We got the other boys out there deep. I mean, we could watch this 59 seconds. Fuck it. It's pretty funny.
You're doing really good. I almost called you buddy, but I didn't want you to get like your hopes up, you know? Like, oh no, it's the dad I always wanted. How many you got left? We can play a quick game if you want. What do you got? The game's called Things My Dad Never Said to Me. And you and I take turns guessing like each other's dads never said stuff. I'll go lay on the first one. Sweet haircut.
I'll be back in 5 minutes.
That's true. He often didn't even say goodbye. No matter what you do in life, I'll be proud of you.
Your mom and I are getting back together.
This guy's arm's ass.
Yeah, the arm's terrible. Bad arm.
Terrible.
Terrible arm.
See, Mad Mel, this is what we're dealing with. Okay.
Good arm.
It's not great. Oh, this might be the worst ringside little coach's speech of all time.
You gotta walk into it.
Walk into it.
There you go.
Okay.
Oh!
I gotta walk into it, huh?
6, 7,
Okay.
Yeah, he won't be walking out.
10.
So what I walked into a fucking.
He will not be walking out of that one.
Jesus. Said you gotta walk into it. Nope, I don't. Oh, they found an alternate view of the greatest video probably on the internet history. And you know exactly which one it is. We've all done this as a kid, just not like
Oh
that.
my gosh.
He hit that thing. He hit that thing pretty good. I mean, it's pretty
We got
solid
smacked.
contact here. It's coming. I gotta get up, but also crunch down. Like, I can't jump too high. I gotta jump like forward.
Mm-hmm.
But we didn't get that memo, so instead
No, it was a long way to go on
we
that.
just slam. We just slam our ass right into the fucking concrete there. It's good stuff. What do we got here? Who gives a shit? What? Just try to read Hugh freezing his lips when he's on the sidelines here. It'll show his face.
That's
So it happened over here.
that reminds me of Greco-Roman wrestling in the Olympics.
He does sort of pile drive him into the ground.
Yeah.
He suplexed the hell out of him.
He's not wrong.
That's
He's not wrong.
Coach, it's not a penalty. I don't know.
No,
what's
that's
that.
clean right there. That's clean.
As clean as it gets. Clean scoop and go. Yeah, just to show Michigan you guys are dumbasses. Lincoln Riley thinks you're quiet.
Nice.
Well,
That's the spelling right there.
and I can't disagree with this guy. Harvard of the West, my ass.
There you go.
But we lost to Harvard of the West. So. Shit. Dexter Lawrence called the coin toss last week. He says tails never fails. It lands on head. Dex goes, goddamn. Well,
And
hey,
there. That goes.
yeah. And then, Will Levis has a picture for every single week so far. and there were a couple good ones for last week. You know, the Surrender Cobra,
Mhm.
the
Damn.
Deshaun Watson reenactment from against Alabama with the helicopter hit, which probably caused him to go a little crazy. And then the old, I mean, this guy's always leaving his feet.
Yeah. Always trying to get something.
Nothing beats the old classic. You know, what have I done? And then, of course,
Yeah, that one was crazy.
I'll still never know what's going on there. I love the
Crazy.
clip. Hey, fuck are you doing? I mean, what? Do we want to watch Coach JB rip apart Madden?
I saw this. He was just, yeah, he's just fucking lighting him up.
I did that 5 fucking yards, Mel Kiper. You fucking idiot. Never been right on a draft yet. You said Ryan Leaf was the guy, you fuck. Now we want safeties at 5 fucking yards. So you can throw a post to fucking Stallworth in 1967, you fucking toupee wearing motherfucker. Holy fuck, you guys on ESPN are fucked, man. Now we have to dictate to the quarterback and quarterback. Please, I know we're all so shitty, but let's blame cover 2. Mean the fucking times, you fucking idiot.
Damn.
Dan Orlovsky, you should have came on my show, motherfucker. You fuck me. You don't know shit either, sitting there in them tight-ass skinny jean pants. You fuck.
How does Dan always catch a stray?
Dan's
No
catching
matter
strays, crazy strays.
How is Coach not signed somewhere? Like, why are we not on a coaching staff? Like, this type of passion. I'll tell you what, I'd love to send him my alma mater, have him coach, do something. You know, maybe be the assistant coach. Like,
Yeah.
I need that type of passion. I love the passion of Coach JB.
Oh, he loves it.
You said Ryan Leaf was the guy, you fuck. Yeah, Andy Dalton, first quarterback with 300 yards and 3 touchdowns in a game.
There you go.
Red rocket, red rifle. Yep, gotta have. Yep, we just gotta.
Absolute, total fucking disaster.
Sure.
Total fucking disaster. Skylar Thompson, he sucks. Now he's hurt. Probably not the worst thing. It looks like it's not a concussion, at least. Probably a busted rib or something like that. This offensive line is going to get another quarterback's murdered all fucking season. You think I'm worried about the offensive line? That was fucking Chris Greer last year. You're worried about the offensive line. I'm not. It's the worst offensive line in football. Then you got a tight end, Dylan Smythe, who can't block, he can't catch, he's completely useless. And everyone's calling Mike McDaniel a genius. You know what? He's no fucking genius. He's running the run and shoot. The run and shoot. What the Oilers were running 30 fucking years ago. Now, the problem with the run and shoot is they didn't use a tight end. They ran a bunch of fast receivers out there. But you know what? Teams figured out how to beat him. And they beat him by putting the safeties deep. Lo and behold, everyone's putting the safeties deep, and now they can't fucking score. Genius is a dumbass. It's the run and fucking shoot. I've seen this before. It doesn't work. And you have a coach that's too just, I don't know what he's doing. Disaster. Chris Greer has to be the first out the fucking door, and he could take that Mike McDaniel with him. This team needs to fucking rebuild. Rebuild it fucking right. Bring somebody with a brain in who will change the whole fucking culture. Change the fucking logo. Go back. Bring the Dolphins back. You gotta fucking start from the goddamn top. Blow the fucking thing up.
Blow it up. Sure.
Well, I was trying to think about after this video, like, where would like a Tyreek trade go? Like, I don't know, like,
I have
what,
no idea.
like maybe I don't know where to go. Yeah, I need the refs to start kind of taking care of players a little bit more, because Malachi got absolutely fucking killed on punt block here. Like,
Oh, yeah, this one was bad.
what the hell?
Wait, we got smacked out there.
Got tag team in the WWE ring or something? Like, he's talking shit over him. I'm pretty sure
I know,
that's
yeah,
a flag too.
Yeah. Like, nice, you hit a defenseless guy. You did it. You win.
Piece of shit. It's probably Loveland too. It's their damn tight end, huh? Guess what? Your quarterback can't throw shit. All right, literally can't. But yeah, the refs need to stop blowing the whistle too much here. The shit's getting annoying. This is goof being goof. That's pick 6.
Yeah.
You know why it's called back?
Yeah, I was watching it live because they fucking said
Okay.
it went to the damn 2-minute warning. Dumb.
Yep.
Dumbassery.
I think the Cardinals get this one. They win the game.
Yeah, probably.
I just don't get how you didn't call a 2-minute warning. You didn't blow the whistle before the play's going. Your top play whistle to whistle, but all of a sudden, since it's a pick, 2-minute warning.
Yeah. Not a good look.
I think it's bullshit.
That's for sure.
Cardinals rocking the sweet all black unis. Shit. People, I like to say, we like to hate on the Chiefs. Darius J. Butler saying it's pass interference.
Yeah.
So.
Should have been. Should have been for sure.
Yeah. But it's Chiefs, so it can't be.
Chiefs, they make it happen for them. That's for sure.
Oh, I feel so bad for this guy. Patrick Mahomes rushing.
Those are the worst.
Over 25.5. He had 30, took 2 knees. 17.
Those are the worst.
He got me once last year, and I'll never do it again.
Yeah.
Actually, I say
the
never.
quarterback
do it. I'll
rushing
do it in
yards are
playoffs.
just. Good luck with that.
Just gets you so hyped when you have a chance with like a Jared Goff like over 2. You're like, just take off once for me, man. But he won't. Yeah, BYU having a Jewish quarterback is truly one of the greatest stories in college sports. I didn't know this was a thing. Hashtag BYJew. I did not have that on my bingo card.
No, that's pretty crazy.
That was not anything I was thinking. I mean, hell of a fucking beard.
Yeah.
Jeez. Had a baby Dan. What else we got? Oh, I love this. I love that Tom Brady is not. I want Tom to be Tom. I don't want to hear a correct like corporate guy. Like I want to hear this quarterback kind of be tough, and this is perfect.
He's just looking down the field. They were trying.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
That's what I thought. Lucky to get it back.
Very lucky. Sometimes you get so relaxed in the pocket, it just actually didn't slip out of my hands much.
Yeah, it's kind of shit. Got to think, maybe hold on to the damn rock.
Could hold on to the rock. That's a start.
I love it. Yeah. Matter is makes a better catch than Kadarius Toney's entire Chiefs career. I mean,
I know that was a crazy catch.
God damn, maybe put him out for some routes, Andy. Well, then you get hit and he'd just be dead. I got a lot of things for the 49ers. We all get it.
Yeah.
This was not on my bingo card either. Reggie Bush is suing USC, the NCAA, and the Pac-12 to seek compensation for the past use of his name, image, and likeness. The Pac-12 I don't think exists anymore, Reggie. So I think you've reached a mailbox that's not yet been set up, or this domain is no longer used. The NCAA, are you trying to get like NIL for like the NCAA 2007? Because I'm pretty sure what they'll say is they gave you a copy of the game, which was standard, and that's going to be.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to get anything for this.
I just think it's a bad look right now. Like, you just got brought back to USC. We just retired your jersey, which I still think is disrespectful that they retired Reggie's jersey and Caleb's in the same day. Like, that was weird. I don't know. Like, Reggie Bush brought us 2 national championships. Like, I love you, Caleb.
Yeah, let Caleb's breathe for a little bit.
Yeah, let's just kind of let that thing sit. Yeah. We lost to fucking Tulane.
Sure.
So we can't do that. But I mean, I wish you the best of luck, Reggie. I just don't know what you're gonna win. But let's see here. Niners, yep. Known for
Niners get shut on.
Yep, 2010, sure. 17-7. Yep, remember that. And then 21-7. So they just don't know how to close.
Yeah, they're due for it.
Yeah. Oh, I fucked up and I gotta go back down.
Oh shit.
I did it again. Oh, we're back. What was this one? I don't remember. Oh, I remember this. Yep. Go all the way around. There you go.
Yeah, I think I don't think you can do that, bud.
2 of them went.
Then you smacked this guy. You smacked the center, man.
I believe we're gonna have an ejection.
Yeah, facts.
This one was pretty weird. This is probably the only political thing, but this one's weird from Joe.
You know, I thought when I got to be president, I'd get to do things that I wanted to do, but my staff tells me what I can't do. But I'm going to do it anyway. All the young women, young kids out there that are out there, come on up and do this for me. Stand behind me when we do this. Come on. You know,
Young kids, sure. What do you mean by that, Joe?
Joe, what the hell are you talking about, buddy?
I fear he does not know what he is or isn't talking about. That's the issue.
Joe. Oh no, we can't. Okay, we can't just avoid this. This is.
Yeah.
It's tough, but
Okay.
you know that, like you saw the caption says the worst she could say is no.
Yeah, here we go.
I fear it's not the worst thing she could say.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go for it.
Based off my voice, do you think I'm attractive?
You kind of sound like you've been smoking cigarettes for too long.
What do you think?
You look like if Ed Sheeran did heroin.
There you go.
Thank you. Sure. Look like a redhead Clubber Lang. I don't know if you've heard of pesto.
Oh yeah, I've seen this. I've seen him.
Yeah, Mudang, doing his
Big
thing.
big old boy.
Holy shit. That's a big boy.
That's a big sweet boy right there.
Big sweet boy. And here's the Oakland A's just doing God's work. They got an ass hat.
Hey, they
They're
won
nasty.
today. Their last home game.
They did.
Yeah.
You see
Good for
fans
them.
ripping up the chairs, and then the
Yeah.
new team that's coming in is like, "Hey, could you? We actually want to have seats for when you come back."
Nope.
I mean, I would want to have one of those and give it to someone just so I could say they're an ass hat.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be, but at $37, I mean, even with a coupon, I mean, am I really? At that point, the joke's not really worth it. I'm just paying a lot of money for a shit hat.
Sure,
It's
sure.
not worth it. But that first one where you tell someone you got them an ass hat, I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, Stafford, we're going to have a little, give him his flowers here. He's not tied for 5th all time in NFL history with Drew Brees and fourth quarter comebacks. 36 of them things.
There you go.
You got to think the guy knows how to win. And I wouldn't want anyone else under center for my team with them boys.
You want to take Mahomes?
Wow.
Besides Mahomes.
Yeah, besides, so I mean that's a different. He's in his prime right now. Stafford's getting a little older. He's still kind of at the end of his prime, but he'll get a little older.
Take Mahomes.
Besides Mahomes, well, from the old guard of that generation, give me Staff.
Yeah.
Actually, I'd probably have him over more than half of the league because he's got. I'm kind of biased towards taller quarterbacks. I think, like you said, Baker's gettable because he's short. So if you get to the pocket, you can't see as well. He's got to get out of there. If you got a taller quarterback, he can stand in there and fucking fire over people. So
there you go.
It's my own bias.
Ipso facto.
There you go. Being bank. So here's a good one. So Brandon Walker, if Mississippi State loses to Texas in football this week, which is likely, I will eat a 22-ounce ribeye steak cooked medium rare with a baked potato covered in butter.
There you go.
While drinking a moderately priced glass of red wine. I mean, you know what? I'll believe it when I
sound too bad right there. Yeah.
Because everybody's been making these promises and they ain't delivered on one. So let me see it. And had to throw in Frank saying it's already over. So thank you, Frank. Sorry about it, buddy. This might be. This is just. I don't. Might be the most savage slip through a door I've ever seen. Watch this. She gets something thrown at her, fits through perfectly, bang. And I'm outside,
And I'm
and
on you.
I'm on you,
I'm on you quick.
bang. Get the hair out of the face and keep whooping ass.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna walk through what looks like, I mean, I think of the hotel and throw like a coffee on someone, you probably should be prepared.
You got to
for them
be
to come
ready.
out, whoop your ass.
You got to be ready for smoke.
There's always the fat stooges that try to
Every
start shit
time.
with people and just get their ass whooped, and it's like
Every time.
But the way she fit through the doors perfectly, like that's elite. Just shoop. Like didn't have to wait for a door to open. Like bang, I'm out of there.
Straight in.
Perfect. Shot out of a cannon. Yeah. Caffrey's gonna be out to miss a couple months. I've already told you my prediction. He's out for the year. So I'm not really sure what's going on here, but I guess this lady's daughter fell through the ceiling. Quite literally fell through the ceiling. So I'm sure it's a like staged, because I'm trying to figure out what you have in your house that's got this thin a board up top. Like that looks like poster board to me. That doesn't look like something I would put any weight bearing on. And if there's a room up there, why the fuck would I have that as my floor? But at the same time, I don't know if you've been walking through your attic and you flipping almost, got a little touch. Well, folks, unfortunately, I believe Spectrum got him. They throttled him. Rough. We watch a couple more clips, I think, if we have anything else here. Yep, Bear Alexander, red shirt, sit out the rest of the season. Great. This one might be different. Pat McAfee show has been insistent that no one, and they mean no one, will out Pizza the Hut. Well, apparently. Somebody said on September 25th, which was yesterday, child growing in this person, I believe, woman's belly, will be born and has the capacity to out Pizza the Hut. Them strong words. Strong words. Fighting words, perhaps. And then last but not least, Al Michaels. Want to beat every referee to death with a hammer in Kirk Herbstreit. You know, Devin Singletary went to Florida Atlantic University. Did you know that? I don't disagree with Al Michaels, man. There's a lot of fucking flags going on. Let's keep them flags in our pockets. How many flags do we actually have tonight? I'd like to know, please. Box score. Team stats. We had 15 accepted penalties for over 100 yards. It's got to get better, man. See if our compadre's hopping back. I don't believe he is, so I'll close it out for you. Alrighty, folks, if you've realized, I gave you ample time to be able to go over to the little button, sits underneath when you're watching the video to subscribe. Click that button, and there's a little bell icon next to you. Click that too. Let you know when we upload. You'll be up to date on all the stoogery coming through. But ask yourself, why do you want to do that? It's back.
You're gonna kill me when you had the chance.
It's back. That's all the time champ does whatever he wants.
Yeah, made it back. Made it back for the closing. Sorry, people. Spectrum. Yeah, if anyone Spectrum out there, you know that at any moment your night can
you're chocked.
Your night is throttled down, so they say.
Yeah. So the kids say.
From that that 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. window, it could be GG.
Man, trying to just grind with the boys on COD, and it's just like, hey, by the way,
Said, hey, you're done for the night, actually.
Or the worst part is, you know what? We'll keep your internet access, but you're gonna get 90 ping at least. And it's like, well,
Like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna go to bed.
Yep, I'm gonna go cry. Uh, I do have to say, went through a couple things with the folks. I think the most important one that you need to see is somebody is sending a warning. The Pat McAfee show and Ty and the boys have been very, very clear on their message and very clear on what happens. That no
Oh
one,
shit.
and they mean no one, out pizzas the hut.
I haven't seen it yet, but
Supposedly, a child's gonna be born who can allegedly has the capacity to out pizza the hut. Now,
I don't know if the world's ready.
that might be a false prophet to me because no one can out pizza the hut. So
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
at least something I gotta eat.
that's a good point. And
Yeah.
I think it's only fitting to end the night for you with Al Michaels. I want to beat every referee to death with a hammer. Kirk Herbstreit. Devin Singletary. He went to Florida Atlantic University.
Yeah, jeez.
It's just-
Get Al Michaels out the booth, man. Why are you doing this? It's like freaking Sleepy Joe in there in the presidency. Get Al out of there, man. You had a good run. Okay, what they're doing to you is a crime here.
He secured the fucking bag.
Guy doesn't know where he is up there. Can't even see the prompter in front of him.
I checked, and we had 15 accepted penalties tonight, so it's been too many. I was telling the folks, I gave them a second, to be able to, when they watch the videos, go, just down to
Mhm.
your right there, and there's that little box that says subscribe. Click that
Sure.
button, and then
Hit
that
it.
bell icon right next to it. Hit that
Do it.
too. Bada bing, bada boom. I
Easy,
believe we're
easy.
sitting at. Let's see what we're looking at here. When we got a sec, got 26 subscribers right now. It's one more than we had
Okay.
before, so that's good.
All
We're
right.
moving up in the world. I mean, folks, we got 110 videos for you, and we're idiots. We're doing it for you.
Got
We've
as many
told
as you
you.
need.
We already want to drink. So if you
Yeah.
get us 50, like we want to. So
Yeah, we're looking to do it.
we might lower the goal just so we can drink. Like we just
I just drank.
might just have to. Hey, it's a day that ends in day, so
There you go.
gotta have a
Problem
nice little
solved.
drink.
Sure.
But we'd like to have it, get the 50 subscribers, get the stoogery going.
Yep.
And I'd like to let us know down in the comments if we've actually lowered your IQ, because I will take great pride in that.
Yeah.
I'd like to know that our mission statement's getting across.
Sure.
I don't have any metrics I can go through with that. So, got any messages for the people? Maybe. Oh, always lifetime bet when you think you should.
Always live bet, man. Put your mortgage on a live bet. Tell you what, won't steer you wrong. The Hail Mary will go through.
Yep. If UNLV says that they have 100,000 or 100
Don't believe
racks
'em.
for you, don't believe them. Bullshit.
Because they got monopoly money for you.
They have 500 racks to that, and they'll keep printing it.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
I guess if you're not happy with your playing time and you're a football player in college, redshirt.
Yep.
I guess that's the thing.
That's the thing to do nowadays. Just
And
cry, take your ball, and go home.
yeah, take your ball, take your cleats, get the hell out of there.
Yeah. Get out of
And
Dodge.
if you hate yourself and you want to make life a little more difficult, sign up for Spectrum again.
There you go. You get throttled every day.
Just a little adversity, and guess what? You can look yourself in the mirror and say, "I made it today."
Sure.
I did that. All right, people.
All right,
We will
folks.
see you on the next one, and good luck with all your gambling.
Yeah.